sounds first I got tuned up. Well, woo, smoking towards this weekend. It ain't gonna be long now. We're talking midweek. Fam, getting right down to business today. All right. Hey, today, oh man, I tell you, Wednesday, Thursday. God, guys, I think some of the guys have already checked in. They don't, make it official or anything like that. But on Fridays, I think they check all in for sure. Everybody's already in because Saturday's gonna be the official day for everybody. Comes out and checks them out. But between now and then, oh fam, what 49ers D linemen combos? I'm telling you, coach today. I wanted to put bodies on the field and they're going to be effective. Who's going to kick butt? Who needs to be out there at what certain times? Combos. Which ones will be most dominant? Will DeBuck indeed tally 20 sacks in 2019? Oh, man. Fam, the problem that we'll need sorting out with the 49ers is who will play when and where, under what circumstances, who works in what packages the best. How ridiculous is this Niners lineup of Sats that will be competing for training camp? And it's, I don't know what, Demontre Moore for what? They waived Jonathan yesterday. Maybe they're thinking, well, we got one spot there, because John Lynch loves his defensive lineman, man. Dude. Anyway, meanwhile, you have that dude in the middle, Deforest Buckner, that Peter Schrager of GMFB is putting in the running for DMVP for 2019, and also predicting a 20-sack season possibility for DeBuck. Now, there are others on the defensive unit that are extremely capable, as we all know, fam. What combos, I'm asking today, do you believe will work the best and do the most damage? We're talking about from the base 4-3, the wide 9, nickel, dime packages and all. We're looking for your D lineup that you believe will kick butt with the most authority. Bam! 6-8, that's Omaha! Ah! Oh, I want to be like a car crash. If the running backs think they're going to run up 100 yards on the 49ers this year, oh, God. Hey, fam, let me just break down some food for thought for you just before you get into your thinking. Arik Armstead, Solomon Thomas are slated for similar roles this season. Armstead was playing this season on the fifth-year option, and Thomas, a third-year pro, are viewed as defensive ends on base downs and interior pass rushers in nickel situations. Now, there's enough playing time to go around for everyone on the 49ers defensive line, but the priority will be set through competition beginning this weekend and training camp. If there's any half-stepping, you can take your half-stepping butt and head on over to Oakland. We ain't putting up with that this year. Armstead Thomas will also be going up against D Ford and the boy wonder fresh from the 2019 draft, rookie Nick Bosa, for playing time. Now, when the 49ers deploy their base defense, then Armstead and Thomas will battle again against each other for more snaps next to Pro Bowler DT extraordinaire DeBuck in the passing situations. Fam, look out for Armstead, too. Dude is entering his contract season. You know what that does to the mind of football players? They somehow, gears you didn't know about, they suddenly have, right? It's hilarious. 49ers are paying him $9 million for his fifth year. They picked up the option, as you know already. Armstead's strength is in the run defense. But the team also believes he has potential as a pass rusher that can be unlocked in the team's new wide 9. I knew they had a plan why they were bringing in Kasurik and his concept of defense. They probably figured they got the kind of personnel that could probably make it really effective. Now, Armstead is coming off his best season, appearing in all 16 games with a career high in tackles, 48 in sacks. He had 3. It's also believed In the halls of the Niner Empire, the Solomon T is on track for a breakout season. Yes, we all know he's had a little impact in his first 2 years after the 49ers selected him with the number 3 overall draft pick in the 2017 draft, which already made his expectations extremely high. He's not satisfied everybody, but then again, there's been some extenuating circumstances. I don't know about his first year, but last year, well, even Solomon T admits his on-field performance was impacted by trying to cope with the tragedy of his older sister's death by suicide last year, and that has to be understandable. I mean, that's why anybody saying anything bad about last year should really just stop it. All right. Thomas appeared refocused and determined to make a contribution during the team's offseason program. Already he's had an impact, but he will have to earn his way onto the field among the most talented group of defensive linemen the 49ers have pretty much assembled in a long, long time. Ford was the 49ers' biggest veteran acquisition in the offseason, coming from KC in a trade for a second-round draft pick. Ford registered a career best 13 sacks last season, and putting him next to Buckner is kind of ridiculous. That's 25 sacks. Buckner hasn't even got Bosa and Armstead haven't even got started. What Solomon T? There is a huge potential for this frontline defense. KC placed a franchise tag on Ford before working out the deal to send him to the 49ers. DF will unquestionably be on the field during pass rush downs. All right, that's already, you know this, all right? But he's only 6'2", 252 pounds. Ford could be targeted in the run game as a defensive end on the base downs, which is of concern. However, Mrs. Bosa's baby boy is universally regarded as the best edge rusher in this last draft, right? That tremendous lower body strength with tree trunks for legs should also enable him to set the edge in the run defense. Depending on how quickly he adapts after sitting out the offseason program with a mild hamstring strain, Bosa could be used as a pass rush specialist even as a rookie. Armstead, Thomas, Ford, and Bosa will all see plenty of action through the course of the season. You already know this, but the competition among this group will determine which combination, along with Buckner, takes the field when a game is on the line. Who do you want on that field at that particular point? We got to defend for one more series. Who are you going to put on that defensive line? These are the kind of things that I can't wait to see. Bang. Oh, and Schrags, Peter Schrager of Good Morning Football. Dude is high on DeBuck, man. And in fact, he went buck wild yesterday morning. So much so, he threw Buckner's name in the hat as a potential Defensive Player of the Year candidate. Fam, is that all right with you? I hadn't even actually thought about that yet. All right. Buckner racked up a career-high 12 sacks last season. You know about that. He was the only 49ers player to register 6 or more sacks in 2018. 2 other players on the squad last season, Ronnie Blair, Cassius Marsh, ranked second on the team with 5.5 sacks apiece. I say each. I'm sorry. This is not objects, it's people. Ronnie B remains with the team for now, while the Marsh man, with all his high-flying kicks, has returned to the Seahawks. Along with Earl Mitchell. You heard about that, right? Man, I really hate that Seahawks, man. The 49ers beefing up the pass rush this season, adding Ford and Bosa. The hope is that the new bookends along the defensive front will open up things for Buck. God. Buck could be geared up for another career season, fam. That wide dime, that opens up the middle. Quarterback, going to think, game over. By the way, Schrags was answering the question of just how good can Buckner be in his 4th NFL season. If you saw this clip, you see Nate Burleson sitting across the table. Nate was just like, yeah? Just how good can Buckner be in his 4th NFL season, to which Schrags replied, D4 is one of these guys that in the building, and that building they rave about. And the pieces that they've added around Buckner is incredible. When you have Buckner, who had 12 sacks on a bad 49ers defensive last year, and you add a Nick Bosa on one end, and you add D Ford, you add a Quan Alexander, Deforest Buckner quietly is emerging as one of the ascending players to benefit from having a line of assassins all around him. He's also in a contract situation. You know what I mean? You know, yeah, man. You get these guys in contract situations, they kick it up a notch, right? Buckner, maybe he look for DeForest Buckner to hit 20 sacks in Robert Saleh defense. I'm still quoting tricks. Don't sleep on this Niners defensive line. They're all first-round picks. Everywhere you turn is a first-round pick for the 49ers. DeForest Buckner is the best one out of all of them. I think he could be a defensive player of the year. Bam. One thing about this, though, I want to point out one more note. 11 players have recorded 20 or more single-season sacks, and this goes all the way back to 1982. That's it. Just 11 players since 1982, right? The latest one, of course, was Los Angeles Rams tackle Aaron Donnell after every sack. You know, that's one of the main reasons why I like Aaron Donald. Dude's a clown, man. But he's a vicious clown. Also, J.J. Watt, of course, Texas accomplished the feat twice. J.J. Watt. Somebody asked you about who's the best outside edge rusher of all time. I tell you, man, I don't know. J.J. Watt is probably we talked about that the other day, huh? Von Miller and some others. I don't know. J.J. Watt is ridiculous. Twice, 20 sacks. Of course, he can maneuver all over the line. No, he has that green light on whatever he wants to do. But fam, and that's what I'm talking about. And give me some lineups for certain situations and how you go do. And if you got that, we got one drive to stop. There's only a minute 20 left on the clock. 49ers got to stop these dudes. Get the ball, take a knee, and take in the W. What we gonna do? Sorry, because I think Will came in. Will's been saying it the whole time. I didn't want to say anything because I thought people get on me about Arik Armstead. Listen, I still think the premier lineup, Ford, outsiders. I'm talking about 2 minutes ago in the game. I don't want him passing. I don't want him running. I got D Ford, of course, where he's supposed to be out on the Leo. Buckner, of course, is the DT. There's no question about those two. Next to him, I want Armstead. See, because Armstead can deal with the run, and also, in this case now, that the offensive line cannot key or double up on anybody. I think Armstead takes on a whole new dimension. And, of course, put Mrs. Bosa's baby boy on the other side. I got Quan backing him up and Fred Warner. I'm still thinking about who's going to be at my Sam. I wish I had another outside line. I tell you, I'm going to go ahead and go with Dre. You probably should go. No, he's a liability on the pass game. That's my all-star lineup because there's going to be lineups, and I want DJ Jones in there a lot too. And I don't know what Contavious Street's going to be about, but right now, when Contavious Street goes out there and whatever he shows, that could alter everybody's thinking. But right now, there's several different things. On my wide nine, I'm thinking Ronnie B. We don't even. Somebody said what we said yesterday. Who traded Ronnie B yesterday? Was that Russo? Anyway, we'll see. Fam. Rick Joe says we're gonna make everybody a believer this year. I can't wait. Rick Joe, what's up? Rico, 49ers Empire, what's good? Niner Empire, much love to the Niner fam. Isaac Perry, Ronbo, I feel the only thing in our way, being of a Super Bowl contenders, is we don't really have our chemistry yet. I think once we get through this year, we should be in the discussion at least. I think that discussion may happen midway through the season. Now, I don't really, and I've gone on record, I don't see the 49ers actually going to the Super Bowl next year. But we're going to cover that tomorrow. Richard Sherman and some other guys are pissed off that anybody's not thinking the same way. If they are on that team, you better be thinking that way because Lynch, Sherman, who else? But anyway, Anthony Baker, what's up? I'm checking in from Memphis, Tennessee. He says, I keep up good work, Leo's time of the year. Go Niners, Anthony and Barack Niner. Niners are going 11-5, and that's the bottom line. Cause Barack says so. See, there's my poo again. We'll leave the rest of his name out. He's like, it's almost time. Let's go. Paul Salvi, what's up, fam? 2 days away, cannot wait. Saul Valdez, what's up, Nana fam? Bam. Good. I ain't seen MAPU in a while now. All of a sudden, boy, you ain't never gonna catch me again, man. I tell you, I can't believe I fell for that. I was like a fish out there, hook, line, and sink. Just couldn't let go. Player partner, Will. Sup?
Ronbo, what's up, fam?
Oh, Will, I'm thinking about putting all these fiends, these assassins, these paid... I'm talking about ninjas out there, man. I call them the Guardians of the Golden Gate. Will, what is your best lineup is on defense? And give me a nickel package if you want to, or dime, whatever you want to do. What are you thinking here?
Oh, man. Off top, D4, man. D4 next to Buckner. Right next to Buckner, you got Armstead, man. You need those 2 twin towers next to each other, man, to bat balls down. Mm-hmm. Then you got Nick Bosa, man. You got Bosa and Ford coming off the edge, giving off their pressure, man. You got Armstead and Buckner pulling up, pushing that line back in the middle, man. Mm-hmm. Then you got Quan Alexander. You got Quan Alexander, man. You got Fred Warner. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Malcolm Smith or Dre Greenlaw. I prefer Dre Greenlaw, but yeah, man, that's the front 7 right there. Secondary, man, you got to go with Stern. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. I prefer Marcel Harris, but more than likely, Lynch and them gonna put Tart in there. So I guess I gotta say Tart. Adrian Coleman and Jimmy Ward, man. I prefer Colbert, man. But I don't know. Jimmy Ward, if he's healthy, he'll be a put in, man. And I guess, Lord help us, he'll do the right thing and don't fuck up. Man, Jason Verrett, man. Jason Verrett as the other corner, man. I know he's coming off an Achilles, man, but if he's full go, I want him in the lineup, man. The dude is a dog. Solid. You know what I'm saying? He fundamentals is off the chain. He knows what to do. If you're gonna go nickel, man, I'll put Kwan Williams in the slot. He's good on run support. He's good on run support, and also if you throw the ball to the running back in the flat, he gonna come up and lay out. Most likely, most of those tackles he make in the flats, man, they usually he like to get the legs, man. He like to come up and missile you through the legs, to take a RB down. Cause he did that against Howard, I believe, against the Bears that game when he can't let his ass up. He hit him below the hip and rocked his ass. But yeah, man, that's who I want. If the game was on the line, I'll put that lineup in the game. Cause more than likely the front seven gonna get the ball, get the job done anyway. I can see D4 coming off the edge, swatting the ball out the quarterback hand as soon as he throw it, and we recover it, and we win the ball game. So,
that's the turnovers. We're gonna see. We got 2 guys. That's it there. Quan loves to remove the quarterback from the ball, and you already know about D. Will, question though. Now we don't want to see Buckner overworking during the course of a game. Who's gonna be Buckner's understudy? I already know. We already know Solomon T can get Arik Armstead some rest. Also, Arik can move over to let Nick take some breaks. D Ford, maybe we can switch around between. Bosa can go over there sometime. But who's going to take and let Defbo sit down for a minute and relax?
Ronald Blair, he plays out. He played the edge, right? Ronald Blair, right?
Yeah, well, that's his designation is DE. Yeah.
Yeah. DJ Jones, man, or Sheldon Day. but but in a way, Ronbo, it's kind of hard, man. All them guys are talented, man. It's kind of hard. You know, you already know who your starters is, but when it comes to when they sit down, it's kind of hard, man. Because you know all of them made a few decent plays last year. I know Ronald Blair for sure. Ronald Blair is a dog.
I know, man.
And not me, but see that man, but that dude would get after your ass, and he quick too. He got a good bend on him when he come off that edge, man. DJ Jones, he a good run stopper.
Yeah.
Between him and Sheldon Day good in the passing, and DJ Jones is good against the run because he creates a lot of space because he's width, you know, because he's wide, man. So, I mean, that's a good rotational lineup if you ask me, man. But you know, somebody gonna be the odd man out. But all of those guys are talented, so it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to decide with the with the subs coming in. You know, once the starter sit down. So, I mean, that's why I say it's a good situation to have. But I don't know. I say Ronald Blair, DJ Jones, Sheldon Day, Julian Taylor. I mean, it's just so many. It's so many, man.
These names
they all
forget.
talent.
You know, there's another lineman we got, a veteran. There's a trivia question. Can I get my line up here? There's another vet we got on the line. It was pretty good in the days gone by. Can you think of his name? He just got out of here. No, not the guy we picked up today.
Demontre, the guy we just signed?
Not the guy today. We've had him for a while now. Is it Willie Beavers? No, it's not Willie Beavers. This dude's been around the league for a while. And I was laughing because I was sitting there thinking, we got another lineman we don't talk about that actually has a reputation in the NFL, but he's on his last days, right? You can tell he's about to call it a career.
I don't know. I don't know who that guy is.
Yeah, I'll get him later because I'm wondering. The 49ers called him in. He's not the kind of guy. He's going to actually probably have a face out there during the season. I'm just waiting. I'm just wondering how good and how much does he have left. So we'll see.
I don't know, but I tell you what, the guy they signed today, Demontre. I got a few stats on him that was reported today. He played in the AAF for a while.
I know.
He recorded 7 sacks and 26 quarterback hits. So, I mean, I don't know how they're gonna work out with him. They may keep him on the roster, and they just bring him in for competition. So, I don't know, but that's pretty good. 7 quarterback hits and 26 sacks. I mean, not 26 sacks, but 26 quarterback hits.
Yeah, I saw that. He's only 26 too. He's not really a slouch. I don't really know. Why is he running around so many teams? We'll find out starting next week. All right, Will. Tell you what I'm gonna do, fam. Let me look for you tomorrow. Let me come back tomorrow. I can't wait because tomorrow I want to talk about one more thing too before we get into the weekend. All right, fam.
All right, man. Oh yeah, y'all heard Michael Silver. He's been told that the 49ers are keeping all 4 running backs, and they will be dressed up on game day. So y'all can get all them McKinnon bullshit out the damn mouth.
See, Will, just like we discussed, these are not just running backs. And people have to stop thinking traditional, stop thinking about bumping off the tackles on every play. No, that's not what Shanahan has in mind. Will, I think there's going to be days when he doesn't suit up all his wide receivers. These guys have a versatility that could just ruin a defensive plan. So that 2 guys can run, and all of them can run, but all 4 of them can also catch. There's mismatches coming in that backfield. So that's why we got to stop thinking, traditional football. No, there's no traditional football in Shanahan's offensive system. These guys can be used in any number of several ways. That's what people have to get into their minds. So, yeah. I've been thinking about that for a long time. So.
All right, man. Well, shout out to you, Ronbo, man. Shout out to my TNT fam, man. I'm gonna play upon the Dre, Trey, Trez, Big Show, Rev, Daniel. You know what I'm saying? My boy Jared Fresh. Hey man, y'all check out Jared Fresh's
For the fresh
YouTube.
perspective. Yeah.
Yeah, man. He put up a very good video about Solomon Thomas, man. It's real important y'all watch it, man. And by the time y'all finish watching it, man, y'all gonna
Different perspective on Solomon.
Put a different perspective on Solomon Thomas, man. Because the man been through a lot, man. Him and his sister being being raped when she was young, and it led her to suicide. That's something serious, man. So y'all check out Jerry Fresh's video, man. It's important to watch that, man.
And Jerry Fresh here today. All you got to do is click on to his name, take you right to his channel. I will. Look for you tomorrow, fam.
All right, man. Fuck the Rams, fuck Rudy. They lost the Super Bowl and they broke.
I love when he ends like that. Hey, Phil, come on in, Phil.
Ronbo, you there?
Phil, I am here and waiting for you to come on in. I tell you what, Phil,
I started a whole debate like I did last time.
Huh?
I wanted to start a whole debate like I did last time.
Oh, well, good. I mean, you know. They did talk about you all evening, didn't they?
Yeah, well, you know.
Good.
I think I was right, and shout out to Trey and the guys who backed me up. Love you guys, and thank you. So just want to put that out.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Phil? You broke up a little bit. I think we missed something, but go ahead. Yeah, Phil's.
Hello.
Yeah, Phil, we're listening. Phil, I'm not hearing anything though, until suddenly. When you're ready to go, you go right ahead.
I can hear you, but can you hear?
I can hear. It's broken up a little bit. Try again.
All right, but my take is Solomon Thomas is going to have double-digit sacks.
Ooh, would be nice.
I think Solomon T is going to have a breakout year. I think we're putting too much in Arik Armstead. He's gone after this year. So why would you invest in a player that's going to be gone after this year? He's, they franchised him as a. I mean, they took a fifth-year option just as a security blanket because they didn't know they were going to get Nick Bosa. They didn't know they were going to get D Ford at the time. And
Phil, are you suggesting that they might cut Armstead after camp?
No. He makes too much money. It would be too big a salary cap issue. The thing is that they're going to put he's great there. He's great. I'm not discounting Armstead, but I'm just saying on passing situations, Solomon T is a better pass rusher than Arik Armstead. He really is. And to prove my point, during the Seattle game, towards the end of the game, who did they have at tackle rushing the passer, and who was the guy that drew the penalty against Seattle to win the game? It was Solomon Thomas.
Was it?
Going against...
I saw some ISO films on that, and Thomas did have a good game. He had several good games coming down the stretch, even though his mind wasn't where it needed to be. So that's a good point. Very good point.
But the other thing is, Solomon Thomas has got 2 more years left. Arik Armstead, no more years left.
That's true.
And also, I was the guy that said Ronald Blair is going to get traded. And,
it was you, okay. Because he's the best, probably the best trade asset we got.
The reason is, I love Ronald Blair. He's at the last year of his contract. So he might be able to
Bill
draw
Belichick route.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
Especially if you got a lot of young talents coming in that could get the job done. I agree.
Get a 3rd-round pick when he's got value, and you know what? You've got an excess of defensive players on the line, and you're going to have to cut some people.
Anyway.
You might as well get value back for the
Yeah.
people you can get value back.
You know what? I don't want to see somebody we drafted running around in Seattle. Ronnie Blair, it's like Carroll will be on the phone that
I wouldn't trade him
same
to
night.
Seattle.
Huh?
I would trade him to an East Coast team or
Well, I know if you could get a trade, you just yeah, right. You just don't make the deal and get him where you want and get him where you can, and do not let the Hawks pick him up.
Seattle has no pass rush. I mean, they lost Reed for 6 games.
Yeah.
He was their best pass rusher other than Clark. They lost.
And as I say,
But now that they got to rely on him, now 4 games, maybe more.
Huh.
And Marsh, we know what he can do.
Yeah. He's a good guy you want to keep on the bench, but you can't depend on him to be out there and do the heavy lifting. So yeah.
No. Seahawks took a big blow.
Yet they're still being touted, except for some are now noticing it's stupid to keep saying the Hawks are going to continue to dominate. It's stupid to say the Rams are going to continue to dominate. These teams aren't coming in with all the juice they had before. Oh, I'm so glad to see it.
Not at all. Not at all. That's my point. And I think we need to get some picks back. Do the Belichick mode. Armstead will probably be gone after this probably a contract because he is good.
He'll be playing hard.
I'm saying that. So we're going to get a third-round pick, compensatory pick for him, and just start getting more middle-round picks and draft well and backfill pieces, and that's what's going to make your team a perennial Super Bowl winner. I think Lynch gets that.
And that'll be the process you go down through the years. But real quick, Phil, before we run out of time, give me your base defense, the one you have the most faith in.
All right, the base defense, I have Armstead at the big end. I've got Solomon Thomas at the other end. I got Defoe. Defoe's the only guy that can play 4 downs, right? And you're going to have to spell him every now and then, but for the most part, you're going to keep Deforest Buckner in the whole game as much as you can.
Dude is in shape. I mean, he can actually do it, but I'd like to see him get a break.
Ford is terrible against the run.
I know. Right? I worry about that.
He's the opposite of Malcolm Smith. All right? So, I mean, you've got a guy that he's a pass rusher. So you don't play D Ford unless it's a passing situation.
That's a lot of money. He's getting paid a lot.
Bosa can play both the run and the pass, but he's only 267 pounds. And, he's not going to hold up to the running game as much. You look at Solomon Thomas, he put 10 pounds on during the offseason. He's going to be 290 coming in. And
it's rock solid, too. The dude is big and he looks solid.
He's not 6'8" like Armstead, but he is
he's strong,
quicker off the ball. And I think Solomon T is going to be the on pass rush.
The premier dude,
the inside tackle.
If he can prove that, then he can have it, and that'd be a nice thing if he could just go out there and get it. Ah, man. Well, you know what? Good thing, Phil, because both guys, if that's the case, and Arik Armstead is thinking that way, he's going to want to audition for his next team, and he can do it with us.
Oh, absolutely.
And Solomon T.
He's on a contract year.
That's going to be a raging war.
He's going to be a contract year. So, I think Armstead's going to, be on first down. I think we're going to have your typical nose guard on first down, which would be BJ or Taylor or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you go with Solomon T on the outside. He's good against the run there. Mm-hmm. But then when you go pass rush, you're going to go D Ford, Bosa, Solomon T, and Buckner.
Oh, I like these lineups. There's so many tinkerings you could do.
You're going to take your center and go towards Deforest because he's got the reputation. You're going to leave Solomon Thomas one-on-one at a tackle on a guard? And then you've got Bosa on his left, and on Buckner's right, you've got D Ford.
It's gonna be fun to watch that tandem. That's a lot of speed and strength.
Crush the quarterback.
Yes, Bosa, Solomon T. Who's gonna be next to?
That's my take.
Yeah.
I mean,
all right. we got to move though, Phil. I tell you what. Let me look for you tomorrow.
Hey, and the other thing I want to put in, is John Brown's cutting was the punishment for the holdout for Robbie. You got to kick all preseason, dude.
Yeah, I was thinking, well, let the kid, he's been there this long, let him continue to kick. Robbie needs some practice, though. So, Robbie, you have got a lot of work.
Well, it's not so much Robbie needs the practice.
True.
Mitch
But
Wish,
he needs to get back in the rhythm.
And you've got a new long snapper. So, I mean, those guys need to work together.
That's right. He's got to work with both Wish or the long snapper, whoever's going to hold the ball for him.
Pinion used to do the holding, and you had the guy with PEDs that got cut.
He's not going to be 10 games. Phil, we got to go. Let me look. I'll look for it tomorrow. All right. Have a good night.
Okay. Take care. Bye.
Bye. Well, there's Phil laying it down again. Solomon Thomas. He's going to be the hitman this year. But I changed his name to Solomon Hitman Thomas.
Yeah.
JT. Oh, man. JT, man. It's fun looking at all this power and that defensive front. And you already know we're going to have to get rid of some guys. I was sitting there thinking, man, look at these lineups potential. Oh, we could stop the run. We could kill a quarterback. We got guys who can stunt. I mean, we could set up spies for guys like Lamar Jackson. Can you see Quan Alexander go run? Lamar, I know you want to run. Come on, man. Give me something to do.
Yeah.
See, it's going to be crazy out there, man. We got talent now we can mess with. Years gone by, all we can do is hope and pray. We got talent now. Some of us going to be sitting down half the time. Oh, my Lord. When it rains, it pours. But, JT, give me some lineups, man. Give me some situations and lineups.
All right. I see, I'm going to start from the secondary all the way up from the front seven.
You can go back that far if you want to. But I'm mainly interested in that front line muscle. But go ahead.
Oh, the front line?
Yeah.
Oh.
See, that's why I said combos. Go ahead.
Well, you got D Ford, Arik Armstead, Solomon Thomas.
It's a base down. Yeah, are you going from a base down? Nickel, dime. Your wide nine. These are assemblies. Who's going to be where? Who do you think is going to best get the job done?
Oh, okay. I think I think Arik Armstead in the middle. But we'll know. We got Solomon T. We're gonna put him in the natural position on one end, and then we're gonna put
JT, you should probably go from left to right. You can go ahead and start with Leo and work your way across. And on passing downs, what you're going to do, things like that. JT, what's going on with your phone?
I'm a little lost right now. I'm kind of high. I just got through smoking the blunt. I didn't even think I was going to get on this soon.
How long does it take you to come down? You want us to come back? A little later. And think about that. You can't drink no coffee. You got to wait till that stuff gets through the blood system.
Yeah.
You guys, JT, you guys kick back. We'll come back to you in a little bit. Oh, JT's got to learn how to do his herb. You got to be able to function. If you don't, you got to take down on this dosage, get a little less potent. Dre know what I'm talking about. My player partner, Dre!
Good with the Ronbo.
Dre, man, are you checking out my boy JT? That boy don't know how to blow. Man, he can't. The smoke is taking him over.
Man,
But
he on that grade AAA right now. He said, Solomon. I said, damn, you gonna forget Defoe? Damn, bro. Put that down. Puff, puff, pass. Not puff, 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 puff. You gotta pass the thing, man. You know?
Oh,
man, that's crazy, man.
But Dre, go ahead, man. I know you know how to coach. What you gonna do, man?
Hey, man,
because the Seahawks think they're gonna run on us. Seahawks gonna try to run on everybody this year.
First things first. Did you see the 53-man projection?
Not yet.
Did you see it?
No,
Yeah,
I think I missed that.
Wait.
Who put that in? Because if people do that right now, I'm sorry.
Yeah, man. Let me tap in for you, man. All right, man. I just want to go. I just want to go to the receiver section. I don't really got nothing else to say. Well, let's talk about the future.
Yeah.
Okay, Dante, Debo, Jalen, Trent, Marquise, Kendrick. All right, what they say is Pettis and Samuel Hurd figure be locks based on the recent draft status, but from there, the 49ers have man, why is this thing? Okay, hold on.
You over JT's house, ain't you? Boy, y'all.
No, my Wi-Fi tripping, bro. Yeah, my Wi-Fi tripping. But basically, it says Taylor had a strong spring camp, looks to be healthy, and is on track to have the slot position on lockdown. Matthews is the toughest submission, given that he brings size element otherwise lacking in the group. But early suspicion here is that the Niners favor Bourne's upside and knowledge of the offense over Matthews' size. And that's what I said from the get-go, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you look at the numbers over the last 2 years, his numbers ain't matching up. And if you look at the nucleus of the receiving core, these guys have been here. This is going on the third year. You know what I mean? So I was happy to see that ESPN said that.
No,
Trey, this is
raised him.
This is ESPN. This is ESPN's projection, Trey. I don't know what projection you're talking about, bro. But you know what I'm saying?
People say, "Where's Big Show?" That's all I want to talk to.
No, man. We're gonna leave Big Show alone. But you know what I'm saying? We're gonna leave Big Show.
I don't know nothing about no receivers.
Yeah. We're gonna leave Big Show alone. But yeah, Trey, you need to look at the ESPN 53-man projection. It came out this morning, smart guy. But anyways, Bourne is no Jason. Who the fuck is Jason? Shut up, Empire Strikes Back. Anyways, so if you're talking about the starting defense from so we'll start with the Leo position. We're gonna go ahead and give that to D Ford. Then we got Defoe. Then we got Armstead. And then on the other side, of course, we got Nick Bosa. If he does some weird shit and he holds out for 5 or 6 games, then we're gonna go ahead and get that position to Solomon Thomas. Like I said yesterday, I definitely have a feeling that he's like gonna do something weird, bro. I don't really have no good feeling about this, about the whole Bosa thing. Yeah, and then go back to the linebackers. We're gonna have Fred, on the left side. Then we're gonna have of course we're gonna have Quan Alexander in the middle, and then on the weak side we're gonna have Dre Greenlaw. Then I do see Dre Greenlaw rotating in and out with Malcolm Smith, sadly to say, because Malcolm does know the defense. This is Dre Greenlaw's first year, you know what I mean? So I think it's gonna take him like at least 6, 7, 8 games to
actually get the grasp of the defense. So I do see him, starting, but maybe even Malcolm Smith starts, and then he's rotating, and then he takes that starting position within the first 7 or 8 games.
Hey, but I'm telling you what, Dre, look out for my boy Elijah Lee, and also it could sneak up from behind. Also, look out for Mayo. I forgot about that crazy dude from Carolina.
Yeah, but David Mayo, he's a rotational linebacker who's a special teams ace.
Yeah.
So he's a rotational guy.
They wouldn't give him a shot though in Carolina because look, he's behind Luke.
Oh no, he had a few good games. He had a few good games because Luke Kuechly was hurt, was injured a few games, and he actually got a chance to come in and make some good plays. And he is a special teams ace, so that's always good. So we got 2 special team aces with him and Moser, so that's really good. Then we go to the quarterbacks and DBs. Of course, I got Verrett. Then strong safety, I have Kwasky T, and then free safety, I have Adrian Colbert rotating with Tavarius Moore. I really don't see Jimmy staying healthy.
Involved.
You know what I'm saying? Like I would love to see him healthy, but like, bro, I just don't see him staying healthy through the whole season. You know what I mean? And then I have on the right side, of course, on the strong side, we always got to have Sherm. And then what I could see from Jimmy is rotating with Keywan and playing the nickel. You know what I'm saying? Like I think Jimmy playing the nickel is a little bit better because he's not going to be standing 15 yards away from the sideline from the ball. 15 yards upfield, and then coming up and making high impact tackles. That just hasn't been his strong suit. You know what I'm saying? Like every time the guy comes up and tries to make something always happens. So I would rather have him down on the line, pressing the slots, using his speed and his athletic ability instead of playing safety and have 225-pound running backs. 225-pound running backs running at him. You know what I'm saying? And getting injured. It just hasn't been his thing. You know what I'm saying? Playing safety and trying to make those plays. So, he's 197 pounds, 195 pounds. So I would rather see him, down there, playing nickel, him and Keywan rotate. And that's what I see. And I would rather have Tavarius Moore rotating in and out with Adrian Colbert because he is a natural free safety, and in college the guy was a fucking ball hawk. His ball skills, Tavarius Moore, his ball skills are unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? Like, only if Witherspoon had the ball skills that Tavarius Moore has is just ridiculous. So that's what I see, man. You know what I mean? And I think Adrian Colbert is going to have a good year. He was on Nothing But Niners. It's another Niner blog that that I watched, and he came on and he said Patrick Peterson is his favorite defensive back in the league. And he said he said his second year he watched a lot of Patrick Peterson film, and he tried to cater his style to Patrick Peterson. And at the end of the year, he came to the realization he was like, "Bro, I'm just not Patrick Peterson, and I also don't take performance enhancers, right? You know what I'm saying? So we see why Patrick Peterson has been great for all these years. He's been taking performance enhancers, and he finally got popped. You know what I'm saying? So he said, "Yeah, man,
that's
I'm
a good
just
point. What's he going to look like
back
now?
to my game."
Good.
Yeah. He's not. He's a rangy guy, but I think the most important thing about Colbert is he has good ball skills, and he comes up and he knows how to lay the hat. He's going to make receivers think twice running 90 routes. You know what I mean? So
plus he's got that
he needs to stick to that instead of trying to jump routes all the time and get picks.
All right, Dre, we got to stop. And Dre.
Yeah.
Boy, I tell you what, tomorrow's gonna be funny. We'll see. I'll
Man,
tell you
it's
more
getting
about that later.
by the day, bro. We got until Sunday, fam. Now 40 days went by fast, bro.
I know, right? And you can bet the next ones will go by fast too. In 4 weeks, Dre, we'll be talking about. Get ready for game one.
Get ready for game one, baby.
Yeah.
Get ready for game one, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to the, TNT fam, play up on the Will, Trey, Trash, Big Show, Horatio Flores, Bob Money, Jerry Fresh, Dan 2945, whatever it is, you know which Dan I'm talking about. Dan the man. Yeah, man. Hey guys, man, we only got a couple of weeks until the season starts. It's going to be a fun training camp. We got a lot of talent. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to bite our fingernails. More, man. Football season is back, so let's pray for health, and you know what I'm saying, and let's hopefully see that 10-6, 11-5 record.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, fam.
All right, bro.
See you tomorrow.
All right.
Hey, oh no, I'm looking at this. Joe Anderson, y'all are a joke, unlike my Raiders. Boy, and you know what I laughed at? I saw the Raiders are predicted to win 5 games. They'll be exciting, but they'll only win 5 times. They got no defense. George Ruiz, what's up, fam? George, with them green dudes, man, the pair, man. How's it going? Thanks, George. I love it. Oh. And Jordan Keller, you right? Back at it again. It's going to get ridiculous. I may wake you up in the middle of the night one of these times because I'm sitting there thinking about things as far as the 49ers go. And as usual, we used to think about things that could go wrong. Now I'm thinking, my God, this team, 49-millimeter bully. Much love, Ronbo, to you and my Niners fan forever. Faithful forever. 668. What's up? What's up, Rambo? All right, buy me a beer. Hey, Debo is about to sign. Slick, don't play with me, man. Where'd you see that? Debo is about to sign and report to training camp? I didn't see nothing from Schefter or Rappaport. I'll keep my eye on it. Gibson's, I think parents D4 will have a DPOY type season. I see it coming too. Anthony Baker, Ronbo parts 1 and 2, the best. Callie Long, what's up, Callie? 3rd grade hustle. Don't sleep on Solid T. That's the gospel truth. She'll be ready this year. And Daniel Andre is all this beep. We talking is just beep. But we got to see all our predictions play out. On that note, we going 12-4. This is the first time. I will actually be disappointed if I look up every week and the 49ers ain't competing. You know how we used to get our brains beat out? Somewhere around the second quarter, things would start to turn to poo-poo and get worse from there. I don't see it. Although with Shanahan, since he's been here, we don't see that. We see us gradually losing with the teams we've had. But now he's got a team. What does that mean? Deb B. Hey, Debs. She said, hey, fam, I can hardly wait for training camp. I'm excited to see the guys up close and personal. Deb, you have a wonderful time. Deb's going to be out there Saturday, too. Isaac Page, let's see. Oh, Eric, it must be a K typo, huh? If Eric consistently stops a run and manages 5+ sacks, I say that's a great year for his standards. Eric better raise his damn standards is what he better do. When you're that big and long, you need to be a little bit more like Calais. You got to get out there and terrorize the offensive lines. He may suddenly bust out. We could have 2 potential bust outs. It could be Eric and Solomon T at the same time. And then you go back to what Phil was talking about. At the end of the year, you're sitting there with Parag and also Lynch. Guys, we got a situation here. Between Armstead and Thomas, they're the reasons why we went to the playoffs. Notice I'm moving ahead. They're the reason we went to the playoffs. Are we going to part with one or 2, or are we going to trade one? Or what are we going to do? Parag, sign them both. Don't. That's not even a good question. Hey, hey, James.
What's up, Ronbo? How you doing, man?
James, I'm planning Christmas in July. You know what I'm saying? I'm wrapping presents and putting them under the tree and sacks. I'm giving MVP award this year to my boy Debo, and I'm putting my most improved comeback player of the year. I got Jimmy G. No, my most improved is gonna be Solomon T. No, I got the rhyme there. I got comeback player of the year, Jimmy G. I'm about to have to give some awards out to Matty B or somebody. I'm a running backs. What I'm going to do here, James? James, I'll let you take it from there, man. But don't worry. But get back on my defensive line and all that beef and muscle that's going to be stopping everything. Oh.
Well, I tell you, I do believe that I got a feeling I'm starting to I believe in the alignment of the wide nine, they will go. I'm going from the left edge rusher, which I believe should be either Bosa or DeFord, and I do believe from there we would play probably Deforest, as well as maybe they could even put Solomon at the nose, or either Arik, because I do believe the biggest get off and the biggest strength of that defensive line is going to be putting Buckner and Armstead right there playing in the middle, because you got to double team these guys. You got to double team them. You got to double team them, and when you double team them, now you also got to account for edge rushers like DeFord and Nick Bosa coming at you off the edge, most likely. And then you got these linebackers blasting from the gaps that the double teams are creating. So it's going to be volatile. I can see why, they didn't make a move to go and, sign any big time safeties or whatever, because if that line, from the projections of the players they have, you're talking all first rounders on that defensive line right now.
Every last one. Even
every last one of them. Listen, I'm gonna be totally honest. I'm gonna tell you, I do believe that base D line and that wide nine gap with the players that they can put out there, it's really gonna be something, because, and also in that you can also go with 4 D linemen in that wide nine alignment, and then I think it's still a cover 6, but it's also the wide nine alignment, because you got that Sam linebacker out in the gap, which, sorry, excuse me, I'm a little hoarse tonight. I do believe, I do believe that Greenlaw will take that spot because of coverage ability. And then it's just, like I said, I do believe that this defensive line that they're going to be able to put on the field, I'm going to tell you, I think they may interfere with some defensive line records, man, when it all comes together for them. Because, I mean, it's just very rarely do you see a defensive line that have got 4 starters that are all first rounders. And now in our case, we got enough first rounders where we could go with the wide nine and, I mean, just eat offenses alive. Because, and it's got to do, I kid you not, it's got to do with, a team effort with even the back end, with people out in the back end like Richard Sherman being healthy, and then possibly a Jason Verrett playing the other corner is healthy. And at the same time, then, with the safeties, I do agree with the last caller that said, Tavarius Moore rotating in and out with Adrian Colbert. But I do feel though that from what Phil was saying about those contracts, I do agree with him. I would ask of him to please get some better listening device, because I was really trying to hear him tonight, and he was having some issues, like he was out in a storm somewhere on a little boat or something. I don't know.
There's Phil's
I
connection.
couldn't hear him that good.
Yeah, no, it's Phil's connection. Something he breaks up. Yeah. Sometimes it cuts off.
And
a
then
sentence.
at the end, he starts to come in extremely clear, like he was way
we got to
out
get Phil
somewhere,
in a
and then
certain.
he just came back in.
It's positioning. Phil's. You got to find a sweet spot and stay in it. Don't move, and maybe we can get a clear broadcast from.
Oh yeah. It happens to us all sometimes with technology and the equipment that we're using. But I can tell you one thing though. I do believe what he was saying was right about those contracts, and the things that teams are up against. And I look at it this year. Now, at the same time, I do believe Ronald Blair would be on that cutting block as well. And I do believe
don't cut him. Get something for him, James. I think Phil says get something for him. Don't get rid of. Don't just let him go because Seattle's waiting.
But see, yeah, and see, this is the thing. It's like at the same time, then there's Sheldon Day, and there's possibly DJ Jones. You understand? And then there's also Julian Taylor and Kentavious Street that were drafted. So it's going to be interesting. They got until the trade deadline anyway.
Anyway, hey, James, quick question, though. James, the thing is, when you said Arik Armstead, Arik Armstead and Deforest Buckner, that's a lot of violence creation. I'm wondering, can Kentavious Street also create a similar kind of violence? I want to make sure that you put him in position to make it so hot that, both Bosa and Ford can just laugh as they're going by that madness and go get that quarterback. See, because I really want to know who are the feared bodies on this circuit. Because we already know, because Armstead and Buckner create a lot of violence. Some people, I think Solomon Thomas is probably a little better at getting at the quarterback, but I do know for a fact that Arik Armstead does create a lot of violence. That's what they've talked about down through since he's been with the team. So this is why I think Buckner had the year that he had last year, because he had his man at arms from what school did he go to? Oregon, right next to him. And that's what it takes.
Right, under Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly back there.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I can tell you one thing. He's played more snaps than any D lineman in recordable snap history. Defensive lineman. And he just doesn't. He just doesn't give out. You understand? I mean, the guy is like a freaking machine, bro. I literally mean that, because they will look at him like, hey, you're coming out on this play. He won't even look at that sideline. He's like, man, they better call a play.
Well, James, except for that first year when they said, all right, Buck, you get tired, just give us a shot on the helmet. Buckner said, I was out there one time, I was just beating my helmet to death. Nobody noticed. I had to keep on going. He said, fire the coach. I'm telling you right now, that's my blue chip investment, and you didn't. He's tapping his helmet. Let him out. And they didn't do it. So,
I tell you though, with him, between him and Armstead, with them playing right there in that middle gap of the defense, I think someone has said that he wasn't that great in stopping the run. I believe he said about Buckner.
Yeah.
But that's okay, because we can only say that because he's had so much to do, because he hasn't had a lot of talent and help around him. But now it's a whole different day. It's a brand new day, because he's got talent that will take some of the pressure off of him. And I want to see a offensive line actually try to double team Buckner and Armstead with Bosa and D Ford coming off the edge.
And Quan Alexander watching closely. And people don't know. Don't let if you got Klosky T will eat. He's sitting right in the box anyway.
Of course.
There's some things.
One thing about it too, with those, I know you got to go with those linebackers, bro. Once Armstead and Buckner are pushing that pocket and it's open, running backs have got to run around to try to get through those gaps, and the linebackers are just sitting there waiting to blast them, Ronbo. But anyway, thank you for what you do. Once again, love for what you do for us and the Niner Empire. And once again, have a great evening.
Thanks,
Niner Empire, Niner for life.
Have
a great night. Thank you.
You too. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. Be blessed, hopefully.
Yes. Hey, boy, you see me do the rev just then? Yes. Cali Longs, solid. Oh, here we go. Oh, I like this. Cali Longs is solid 8.5 sacks. Bosa 9.5. D4 will take 10. AA will get 4. D 18 sacks for D Ford. Blair is going to continue with the 49ers. He will pull in 6.5. Kelly, I got to do the math. Okay, wait. I want to see what the total on here. Street, 5.5. DJ Jones, he'll grab a couple of quarterback sacks. All right, 17. 27 and a 0.5. That's 28. 38. 38. 46. 48.5. And 48. Damn. 50. That's over 50. Kelly Lawrence called for over 50 sacks next year. Woo! Yeah! Truth hurts. Solomon will play better this year. No doubt. I do believe that for sure. Isaac Page, D4 will have 13 sacks. D Ford will have 13. Nicky B will have 10. Have the rest will combine for 20 sacks. But we're all up in them 30, 40. I mean, it's just surpassing 30, 43, 53, 56 sacks for Isaac Page. Jaime Square. What's good, Ronbo and the Niner Faithful? Jamel, how you doing tonight, Jamel? You feeling all right? Hope so. So I'm checking in with a new phone and headphones until I get an upgrade on the phone, but this phone will do. Jamel, good to hear from you, fam. As long as I know you're healthy, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing all right. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? There's 20 sacks for Deforest. But you know what? If by midseason or like game 12, there's Buckner at 12. Now you want, y'all move out the way now. Move out the way. Let Buck get in there. There's Demetrius. Oh, we got Demetrius before he fell, because, you know, man gets up early in the morning every morning, and we probably should have tried to get to him. He may have just called, though. Demetrius! D done went into 49er dreamland. Here he is, laying up, red and gold. Ain't no sheep jumping over him. Those are our running backs jumping over defenders. Hey! Party, 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 party. Rico, pom pom, dun dun ba, dun dun, boom boom, suave, ba dun 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 dun. Rico! Rico's probably at work. Rico! 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 Rico, where you at, man? Rico! Rico!
Yo.
Hey, Rico! What's up,
Ronbo,
fam?
what's up, boy?
Hey, man, I'm just, sitting back here, man. I'm laughing at this defense, man, because you know what? In years past, we didn't have a chance to laugh about how this defensive line is going to be kicking ass. But this year, it's actually funny thinking about the other team and what they're going to do. I mean, as I said, we ain't got no pass rush.
It was the opposite years before, huh?
It really was. And whatever we imagined, it really happened. Set a record for letting teams run on us. Oh, I didn't see that coming, though. I mean, I figured it wasn't going to be all that. But I didn't know it was going to be to the tune of setting an all-time record. Running backs ran 100 yards on the 49ers routinely. Oh, man.
Yeah,
how you going to beat a team like that?
And then last year we had another. Oh, well, anyway, first of all, much love to the Niner Empire, to the Niner Faithfuls, CNT, Nighthawk fan club, every true Niner fan all around the world. Yeah. Be faithful, you faithful. We love you. You already know Ronbo, first and foremost. Thank you for everything you do for us.
My pleasure, fam.
Thanks. All right, now that I got that out the way.
Oh, look at him doing the rev.
yeah, I was going to say, I ain't going to lie to you, though. I ain't going to hold you. I'm going to keep it real. Rev, when he started saying it, when I started hearing it, I'm like, damn, I used to say that all the time. But, I give it to him. I kind of got that back.
Rev, you stole from Rico.
Okay, we got that out the way. Nah. I stole it from Rev, man. I stole it from Rev.
Well, Rico, get on into it, man. What are you thinking?
Yes, sir. Last year, it was we set a record for, what was it? The record low, 2 interceptions and 5 takeaways.
Oh, we keep setting these nasty ass records. We couldn't take the ball away from nobody. Could have had babies running around and toddlers running down the field with the ball. We couldn't do nothing about it. Oh man, Niners.
But guess what? This year we're going to set records, but it ain't going to be no lows. It's going to be some good records.
I bet you.
Tell you that.
You go from one extreme to another.
I tell you that.
Mm-hmm. Because that backfield is crazy, and that defense has got people on it that can do some serious damage. I like the possibilities. Uh-huh.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Where was it at? I had something here. Oh, okay. So you said about the D line and stuff like that.
Yeah. You put assemble them dudes that can do some work. Ones that you can depend on. I like my scenario about you got 1 minute and 20 seconds. We need to hold this team for one more possession.
Wow.
Who you got on
yeah, that's gonna be interesting. But I think we're gonna do very, very good, dude. I'm telling you, on everything. I really do think this is our year. Not just our year in general, like in whole, like on both sides of the field. But I think that our defense is going to be top 5. I definitely believe that. But with the defensive line and shit, like Deforest Buckner, these are like the locks: Deforest Buckner, Ford, Arik Armstead, Solomon Thomas. The only reason I didn't say Nick Bosa is because you never know with him. I don't know what's going on with that situation, so I don't want to get my hopes up.
You mean as far as you mean his contract? Yeah. Yeah.
That's the only reason why.
And I'm worried about, and Debo's in that same company. I'm wondering, because Solomon T had to call them dudes off, because I think he was a member of that same organization, right? Solomon T had to come in day of training camp. So, dude, okay, it's not working. I need to get out here, man. Come on, now we need to go close the deal. And I think that's what happened.
But on the bubble, like Sheldon Day and Ronald Blair. I like Ronald Blair. He's nice and stuff. But there's a couple people on the bubble there and stuff. But like I was reading and stuff, so I'm just going through it. Like linebackers, Quan Alexander. I really like Fred Warner, Dre Greenlaw, David Mayo. I don't know much about him, but he should. What do you think about David Mayo?
David Mayo's a crazy man. I just checked him out recently, and I understand why the 49ers went and got him. He's going to be a killer on special teams, but he's that dude. If he has to come in and play linebacker, we're not gonna get hurt real bad. David Mayo is the dude is a little bit crazy. I like that.
Okay, that's what's up. And then you got also I heard Malcolm Smith. I don't know about it. I think he's out of there. But Elijah Lee, you like him? Yeah,
a lot. I was high on him last year when everybody was saying we lost Reuben and he came in to take care of him. It wasn't like Elijah Lee is Reuben Foster, right? So everybody say, oh, man, we fall. Elijah Lee did a decent job. And I'm not sure if he didn't do a better tackling job. Reuben missed a lot of tackles. Reuben out there trying to kill a man. When you try to kill a man on every shot, there's a risk involved. You end up missing. And Elijah Lee was pretty good at tackling. In fact, he was second in the NFC West as far as from that position, as far as percentages of always getting his man. Can you believe that? Bobby Wagner was number 1, but the distance between his percentages and Bobby Wagner was huge, but he was still, ranked.
Hey, that's crazy. Hey, real quick, I want to send a shout out to JT. He was really high.
Rico, man, I ain't never.
He had to get a break. As long as I've been listening, sorry to cut you off. I never He was like, I'm confused. I'm gonna call you back. Not like clowning him and shit, but I was fucking dying. I'm in there laughing like, yo, that's funny as hell.
Here we go. I gotta tell you, real quick. I gotta tell you though, I've had that experience one time when I couldn't find the gear. I was in my car and I couldn't find the gear shift box. I couldn't find first. I was supposed to be trailing my partner. He said, hey, man, I'm following manager's party, man. I can't get out the parking spot. He comes back about 5-6 hours later and knocks on the window. Ronbo, man, what the hell wrong with you? What? I'm ready to go. Let's go. Fool, I'm going to bed, man. And I couldn't, I couldn't find it. I couldn't find first.
That's funny.
That is the best I've ever smoked. I ain't smoked it again either. You could lose your mind smoking stuff that good. Jesus.
Yeah, I ain't not about smoking, but I ain't smoking 18 years since my daughter was born. Actually 19.
They smart
I used
move.
to be a real heavy smoker since she was born. I was like, I'm gonna stop. But anyway, real quick, cornerbacks: Richard Sherman, Akilla Weatherspoon, K'Wan Williams on the bubble, Jason Verrett. That's what they say here.
K'Wan Williams.
But I like Jason Verrett.
Wait, did you say K'Wan Williams on the bubble?
No. He's on the locks. I see it here.
Oh,
I
yeah,
looked at it. It's like locks. Cornerbacks, 9.
Who else?
Richard Sherman, Akilla Witherspoon, K'Wan Williams. Those are locks. And then the bubble, it says Jason Verrett, which I doubt that. If he comes back healthy, he's going to be a beast. Tim Harris is also on the bubble. Dante Johnson and Greg Maben. and then they say long shot Alex Brown and Emmanuel Mosley.
Greg Maben needs to be the long shot. He needs to switch places with either Mosley or Brown. I don't understand. Early. Okay. We'll see. Because I like Mosley. Actually, I keep forgetting about him.
Yeah. Hey, Ronbo, I got to get back in there soon, but I'm going to be listening in and shit. I'm going to be listening and stuff. But shout out to everybody, man. I love you all. Hopefully, I hear some good things once I go back in there and I ain't on the phone no more. I want to hear some good things. And hopefully people shout me out. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Rico, Puerto Rican Niner Empire, let's go.
Rico.
Shout out to everybody. Let's get it. And hit them likes. You already know. Niners! And fuck the other teams. You already know.
Rico, man, I keep counting now, man. That's like 16 seconds. Yeah.
Hey, real quick. I don't know who it is. Sometimes I'll be doing it, and I don't want to go exaggerating, but some people be like 20 seconds. 25 seconds, 13 seconds. I'll be like,
I'm telling you, man, people are counting, man, because you be holding it.
I be trying, man. I learned that from you, man. You already know. The GOAT. Love y'all, man. God bless.
Hey, love you back, fam. See you tomorrow. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Let me see. Oh, Naj, what's up?
Ronbo.
Nudge. But I can tell, Nudge, I'm trying to remember, how long ago did I talk to you? It's been a while.
It's been a while. I've been working third shift UPS. I just had a day off, so. Yes, sir.
Yes, indeed. Doing that grown man's work. Nudge,
fam,
shoot, since last time I believe the team has changed dramatically since the last time we talked. Nudge, you see that frontline defense? Is that for real? Mm-hmm. Are you impressed?
Very. More impressed by D4 than any of them though.
How come?
I mean Deforest Buckner.
Oh, DeBuck, yeah.
Buckner.
Yeah. He warrants it. Now he earned all that respect. I mean, the dude's been just killing it since his rookie year. He was good, but he was a rookie. Second year, he's looking even better and just came up a little short. Now they jumped up and went and got him some help.
Either gonna get 18 sacks, or he gonna get a little lower since everybody else trying to get some sacks.
I know, man. Everybody got to eat, huh? Got to share that meat because there ain't but one quarterback back there. I do wonder about that. So who's gonna come up short? Is there enough for everybody?
Or he the fastest.
Yeah,
so
no doubt.
End up with the most.
That first step is crazy. So, D Ford and Bosa has a way of hacking and Bosa looks like he's coming through a jungle with a machete. I look at it every time. That's the first thing I think about. You see that arm, big wide swings, like he's not just moving the offensive lineman out the way. He's trying to break his damn arm. Bosa, man, he's a vicious dude. Yeah.
So as Colin Cowherd said, looked like he'd been doing that since he was 4.
Well, he has. That's the thing. People don't understand. Bosa's been training for what he is now. There's those movies out, when they take kids from their enslaved children, they bring them in to be like gladiators, or some of those other movies where they're futuristic and they start training children from 5 years old to be assassins. I mean, you look at your ninjas. They started 5 and 6 years old. And when they grow up, they're beyond belief. See, that's why I say, man, anybody looking for Bosa to fail, you don't bet any money on it. This is what he does.
Oh,
this is what he was bred to do.
So, like, what's going on with Bosa? What's going on with his contract?
CAA, I don't think they've ever signed a contract unless it's a day before it's time. Because they run these things all the way there. They they go through the contract with a fine-tooth comb. They got a magnifying glass. Everything. All right, we don't like this sentence right here. What? It says he can use the bathroom and any facility on the building. What is the problem with that? Oh, okay. Well, I remember down there. And they go through every little line. And if they don't like the language in one part of the contract, that's Day's argument. See, and they're worried about guaranteed monies. If Bosa goes out there, if he gets hurt in day one, he is entitled to his entire contract. And most teams are probably going to say, look, we don't like that part of the offer. The contract stipulates this. We'll prorate it. So if he gets hurt on day one, he gets what, $5.99? So there's a lot of problem with the language, and they're going to go over that until they get it right. I don't know what's going to happen with that. I really do worry though. But anyway, that's the problem with Bosa. And Debo Samuel's got the same agency, so we got a lot of problem with that, Notch.
I think Debo gonna sign before Bosa though, because he just posted that he was on his way back.
Oh, he did. Slick said that. Yeah. Okay, well maybe Bosa shows up tomorrow.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully.
Funny. Okay, good. Sigh of relief. Hey, but Naj, you know everybody on the defensive line, right? I got 1 minute and 30 seconds. All the 49ers got to do is hold for this last possession. Who you got on that front line defense?
It depends who's gonna be the next DT. I could see Solomon getting it in, or I could see Bosa. I mean, it's anybody.
I'm assuming you got DeFord and you got Deforest Buckner already on the line. You're filling out the rest of the line. Huh?
Oh, yeah. It's a coin flip. Anybody can get it. That's what I like about it. You can't double team nobody. Everybody got their own little signature. It's gonna be pretty cool.
You know what though? You got to put your stars out there because everybody expects that. But I wonder if any one point would the coaches say Ronnie Blair has been known to be really effective in these kind of situations. Do I have another one of these guys sit down and put him in there just because I want harassment, total, complete harassment on that quarterback? Because Ronnie Blair, he can knife his body through a very narrow opening quickly. I don't know if it's speed or what, and get back in that backfield, And then you got Solomon T, who's looking like he might be that kind of a guy too, if he continues to evolve. And because if I got
Street,
and I don't know what he can do yet. I'm curious because the dude is
him at state.
Strong.
He can ball
and fast. When you're that big, strong, and fast, that's a lethal weapon. So, yeah. We're going to have to wait till camp's over, We can only guess right now, Naj, who's going to be the man when it comes to them serious plays. Who do I want on the field to close out this game? Oh, man. God, that's going to be rough.
Camp start tomorrow, right?
No, well, they're coming in Friday, and they'll be ready to get.
Oh, Friday?
Yeah, I think they come in Friday, and they'll get ready to open up shop on Saturday. So.
Oh, all right. Cool.
So we're going to see. But Notch, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, man. I'm going to roll, and if you get a chance, next time you get a chance off of work, man, I know you working hard. Get on back in here, man. All right?
All right.
Looking for it. All right, Notch. Cool. Have a good night, fam.
Right. Bye. How you too?
Yeah. And I see what Derek Dawson says. Did you see D Ford on GMFB? Ford is excited to embrace the culture of excellence. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Derek, thank you for letting me know because I've been going to GMFB because sometimes I don't catch them. Roger Villaneda says, what's up? And bleep the Seahawks. I second that emotion. Big Hack, let's go, Niners. JT, otherwise known as Jeff Tan. This is USA. Jeff, Jeff don't smoke. Anyway, USA Today picks who to win the this year's NFC West. Who? The 49ers at 10-6. Yes! You got the Rams at 9-7. And that guy's name is Nate. I read that and I was just laughing, boy. I said, Nate. I said, somebody finally tell the truth. Don't tell me the Rams are still the same juggernaut they were the year before and last year. They are not. Stop lying about the Rams. He put them at 9-7. And then he dropped down there and put the Hawks below the Rams, too. I said, that's good. That's right. Stop. Don't tell me that these teams can lose all these blue chip players and first-line players and still go dominate? Oh, that's BS. Oh, no. Hey, and of course you got the Cardinals way down at the bottom. Hey, Demetrius! D-E me. You know what? I think once D is gone. Because, man, he's in that second-level sleep. D, the 49ers just won the Super Bowl. See, if that don't wake a man up out of his sleep, nothing will. Demetrius. MVP, they split between Jimmy G and Dante Pettis, who rolled up 175 yards of offense. Hey, check out. I knew that would work.
Yes, sir. I'm up, Ronbo. I'm up. What's good, bro? How you doing tonight, man?
That's very funny, Demetrius. As soon as I said the 49ers won the Super Bowl, that just busted him up, woke him all up. Dang, Demetrius, man, doing fine, man. I know you're tired, man. You know, man,
I'm good, Ronbo. I'm up, man. I gotta toughen it out for you, bro.
Oh,
Not
man.
for life, man.
Yeah.
You already know, man. Thank you for everything you do, bro. Appreciate you,
It's
man.
my pleasure, Demetrius. Hey, D, you know what we was talking about, man? We was talking about that defensive. Oh, I'm sorry.
Nah, go ahead, Ronbo. I say you just keep me something to look forward to, man. You know what I mean?
Shucks. Demetrius, it's a pleasure, fam. I'm like laughing this year, the fact that, years past, we was hoping and praying we had a defensive line. We go have a pass rush and all that good stuff. See, now it's like assemblies. Who's going to be the best combos on that field with all the talent we got? And do you know that Peter Schrager of Good Morning Football up and said, I look for Deforest Buckner to have 20 sacks this year, man. They just surrounded him with all kind of people that can help things out. He got 12 last year on a bad defensive front line. What is he going to do now? I said, Shregs. Shregs, man, you spoke nothing but the gospel truth.
Yeah. I like Shreg. Shreg, he believes in the nine.
I know
he. You know what I mean? I seen that with D4 up there, man. Burleson looked scared. He was all smiles, Ronbo.
I know, right? Fake
you know
grin.
what I mean? You know what I'm saying? P4 white. Man, yo, what's going on? Talk that shit now. You know what I mean? I was talking shit to the TV. You know what I mean?
Because he knew better to say anything. He know his team ain't got nothing going on. You cannot. They lost their other pass rusher. They'd already lost Clark, and then they lost the other dude too. Now what they gonna do? They got no offensive line. Well, it's okay.
Wagner. They lost a linebacker too, right? Wagner? Was it Wagner?
No.
Nah, not
I
Wagner.
don't know. I ain't gonna say no because I don't know. I know they lost a pass rusher, and they'd already lost Clark.
I know.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, don't tell me.
I think it was linebacker. We'll see, Ronbo.
I actually don't want to see them go all the way, turn to poo-poo. I want them to have a little bit of strength. So we go in there and B-slap them for 4 quarters and win. Then we can look back and see now, y'all know what that's like, don't you? Used to beat our ass every time we seen you because we didn't have no personnel to do a thing about it. Now look at you. Get your butt up and go to the locker room. And who's your daddy? You know.
You know what I mean, Ronbo? I can't stand them dudes, man. I hate them Seahawks, because they always cheated every time we played them. They cheat.
Man,
every time they won, they cheated, man. The refs fucking cheated, man.
It's like
Ronbo, you know it just like I know it, man.
It's like the referees were paid off, especially when you play in Seattle, making all kind of bodacious, outrageous. You know that's a lie call. Man.
You know it. You know it. You know it. I hated it. But yeah, Ronbo about this D line, man, and what you thinking, man? I got like, yo, bro. You know, Bosa gonna start at the left. You know what I mean? And him and Armstead gonna rotate.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? On the right side, you're gonna have Ford.
Mm-hmm.
So eventually, him and Blair gonna rotate, or rotation gonna be Ford and Street on certain series. I think it all depends where the ball is on the field.
Yeah,
they're gonna use them till they stretch that way, but I think they're gonna hold it down. But and who's this guy like Garcia? I never even heard of this dude, bro.
Garcia. Because see, there's a lot of names right now passed around. That is a defensive lineman.
Yeah, he's in rotation with Ford and them.
Oh,
You know what I mean? He's a right defensive end. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not trying to. I'm trying to see. I want to see anybody named
Garcia Williams.
Oh, you know what? There's a guy. I'm on a D line here. I don't see him. There is a guy with a couple of names. Oh, there he is. Jamel Garcia Williams. He wears number 71. Dude is 6'8". 255. No, 290. Is that a 9? 255. 6'8", 255. So he must be hella fast. So he must be folding.
Wow,
He's gonna be one of them dudes who's gonna be folding around. He must have that kind of bend.
I'm gonna have to check him out. I'm gonna have to look at some of his highlights or something. I'm gonna have to do my homework on that dude. I never even heard of him. I didn't even know we had that 6'8". Sheesh.
They got some long dudes on this team.
Holy Jesus, man. What's going on, San Fran? Yeah, they have to.
Yeah, he gonna have to.
Ronbo, I'm sorry, man.
No, I'm just saying you got to put on some weight though. At 6'8", you need to be like Calais. Yeah, you need to be. You need to be a tree. He gets 30 pounds easily.
Yeah, he got to. He got to put on like 20 more pounds.
Man.
And then our left tackle, Sally T. He gonna be there, of course. Him, D. Jones. I don't know, Ronbo. It's kind of tough, man.
That's why I say you got a pressure situation. I want you to put your best front four up there, and think about the fact that you got to worry about. They're not. Most teams are going to panic, and they got like a minute to go. And it's all air attack. You ain't gonna run the ball. You ain't got no time.
So you want to go there? Okay, or air attack. So I'm gonna go Armstead. Boom. Blair. No, Deforest. I'm gonna go Sally T.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go Buckner. That's my four right there. Bosa, Ford, Sally T, and Buckner. I'm gonna keep it like that, right across the board.
That's it.
And my linebacker.
Go ahead.
Now go ahead, Ronbo.
No. I was only thinking about the front line, but you give me a linebacker because the linebackers. I don't think they're going to change much. But go ahead.
Now Greenlaw, Quan, and who else, man? Fred Warner.
Yeah. That's probably going to be pretty much the lineup all year long, unless somebody gets hurt. And then you got options. The linebacker crew is not as bad or limited as I thought.
Nah, you know what? They all decent though. Even Malcolm, Rusty Malcolm Smith. I give him his little props. You know what I mean?
Hey, Demetrius, watch Malcolm Smith fool everybody. Watch him come out and just show out.
Yo, Ronbo, I was watching a video on the linebacker coach, D'Amico Ryans.
Yeah.
Oh, and they show like they pan the camera on Malcolm Smith. He lost weight, bro. He looked like he back in shape.
Whoa.
He don't look fat and sloppy no more, from what I've seen.
Okay. So all you got to do is tell somebody we're going to give you 1 year contract. What? Malcolm, you ain't did nothing, man. We could cut you.
He look young again.
Yes.
Yeah. You'll see it. You're going to be like, oh, okay, he ain't playing. So just off appearance, if he looked better than he did last year, off appearance to me, that means he about his business this year. So that's what it do.
Yeah.
And then my where they at? My corners. I got Verrett starting at the right corner. Left corner, Sherman, of course. My strong safety, I'm going to go with Moore. I'm going to go with Tavares Moore just because Jimmy Ward, you know what I mean?
Even if you didn't, he
he
might be out there at some point anyway. Because Jimmy, my boy Dub, man. But Dub going to make it this year. I'm telling y'all, man. I'm telling everybody. My boy Dub is going to survive this year. Somebody put him in a Dre broke it down. He says, you know what, you really should put J-Dub in a slot anyway. That way,
I heard that earlier.
Yeah, I think them high impact hits. He never got hurt by anybody like he did the last couple of times. Broken arm twice. I didn't even think. Yeah. Usually he pull a muscle or something, but he never got hurt by anybody. That's why I was like, what?
It won't hurt. It won't hurt to try that, but he's very. I don't know, man. He's brittle, man. So. Yeah, you put him in a slot, man. Them big boys, them fullbacks is coming for him. Them tight ends is coming for him. I don't know about that.
Well, you know what though? You never see anybody really abuse him. I mean, J-Dub gets in there and mix it up. He don't care how big you are. So that's not his
J-Dub put that work in. That's why I like him because I said this shit last year, Ronbo, when they switched this position last year. I'm like, why don't they keep him at his natural position?
Well, because he's the best one. He's the best one on the field before now that wasn't named Richard Sherman. So, they were putting him everywhere they could. He wasn't the best at the positions, but he is a safety. But he has the versatility. He can go play somewhere else. And that's why I give him all kind of love. I say, man, they're making this dude do everything in the secondary. He ends up getting hurt, and then he gets hated on. Well, I ain't going to hate on him no more. I would say, this dude.
I don't hate J-Dub, man. Yeah. I appreciate it, though, but I appreciate him. But, man, I just would love to see him flourish like we know he can. You know what I mean? But through the injuries, like Mother Nature, she's undefeated.
Well, he's back at safety. So let's see what happens. D, hey, go and get you some rest, Demetrius. Well, look for you tomorrow, okay?
Yes, sir, Ronberg. I'll be here, man. I'll be there tomorrow, man. Holla at you, Ronberg. Have a blessed night. Not an Empire, man. 14-2, bro.
I love it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right, fam. Well, good night. Yeah, Demetrius hanging out on the East Coast. JT, let's see if JT has come down a little bit. JT, man. Puff, pass, man. You smoking them Cheech and Chong J's. You can't smoke no newspaper full of dope. Go kill yourself. JT. Oh, what do we got here? And now, one of the founding members of TNT. He hails from Virginia. He weighs in at around 225. He is Trey from VA. dun, dun, dun.
Finally. And I do mean finally.
I love it you do that, Trey.
Brother Ronbo. How you doing, man? How you doing?
Trey, awesome. I've been waiting on you, man. I seen people abuse you, disrespect you.
I'm grabbing the back of my neck. Grabbing the back of my neck. I've been attacked in the back. I was doing, somebody came to the ring the other night, did what they were supposed to do.
Yep.
Walked right by me. I gave him a handshake, and then when I turned my back in the back, I got hit in the back of the head.
Yep.
Shout out to my TNT fam. Shout out to you, brother. Yeah. Shout out to Shay for the, I don't want to make this about that because I don't want to start that because that'll turn into a whole nother conversation. But I'll just say this. I don't like what he said, and I don't like, let me tell you I don't like it, Ronbo, because it's true. I don't like it because it's true. I don't like it. But I'll say this though, Ronbo. I have some other things that are also true. But my brother had a great night. We're not gonna turn this into that. So we're gonna leave that alone. I've got some facts though.
All right.
We'll save that for another day, right?
All right.
And that's real talk. Because we're gonna I need an installment.
Oh, you can get it too. And now, midweek, it's time. Let me holler at you.
These holdouts is an issue.
Oh, I know.
The nerve. But we knew Nick was going to be the guy, though, right? We knew that's what Nick was going to do, right?
We knew.
But here's the nerve. Ronbo, how many forget third. Ronbo, how many second-round picks are holding out right now, Ronbo? The audacity.
One I know
of Deebo Samuel. Brother, we got to holler at you. Come on down. You're the only second-round pick in the league holding out. What are you holding out for? Who does that? What are we talking about here? You weren't even the first pick in the second round. All right? Can you offer an explanation for that, Ronbo? Why is he the only second-round pick in the league?
Well, in his defense, I understand he's tweeted out or something that he's on his way to camp. Now he's done.
This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. I'm not going to excuse Nick, but at least Nick and Quentin Williams, they're together. We knew what we were getting ourselves into with Nick Bosa. But for Deebo to be, for you to only, Deebo, it's 3 unsigned picks in the NFL. We got 2 of them, Ronbo. What the heck?
I know.
That's bad. That's bad. But we're just bringing the facts tonight. That's all we're going to do. We're going to talk about facts. Let's talk about some more facts.
Yes.
I don't want Jimmy Ward on my team. But you know what?
you segue right into my boy Dub.
We're going to continue
I
to
get a car crash.
We're going to continue to go back there.
Bam! Oh!
But you know what? No, put that away. Now, what I'm going to say is this, Ronbo. We put some oil on those squeaky brakes, and we're not hearing that tonight. Actually, lather those up real quick. What I'm saying is this, Ronbo. The only time I've ever seen that character make a play, and you told a white lie. Jimmy has gotten abused before. Go see that Brandon Marshall game where he scored 3 touchdowns on Jimmy. Anybody remember that?
Oh, come on. Trey. His rookie year.
No. 3 touchdowns.
And he shouldn't have been over there anyway.
No, but seriously, though. The only time I've ever seen Jimmy Ward make a play, and I know this because I remember this, it was the last time he's ever made a play, 2016, was when he was in the slot. And that's when I started to question this coaching staff's ability, especially on defense with Salah. Because you're not putting your best 11. Jimmy Ward, I hate the guy, but he is the best nickel back we have on this team. And I knew that from day one. He's not a corner. No, he's not. He's not a safety. He's not physical enough. But what he is a guy on the slot that can make plays.
Wait, Trey, time.
He's not physical? Why don't we put him in? He's not physical. Ronbo, when he gets physical, he gets hurt. He's missed the glass. You can say that you're physical, but if your body can't hold up to it, your body says you're not physical, Ronbo. Your actions speak louder than your words. The medical report says you're not physical. That's what the medical.
Okay. Well, I can't.
Let's get off of Jimmy Ward.
Broken 2
Get off of Jimmy Ward. That's enough of that. That's enough of that. We got Tavarius Moore. I need to see DJ Reed. It's time for you to step up, my brother, young guy.
Where are you going to put him?
Step up.
He's going to the safety?
I'm putting DJ
He doesn't like to play safety.
No, I'm putting him in the slot. No, I'm putting him in the slot.
He likes the slot.
That's why Quan Williams is out of here. I'm good with Quan, but people always, he hasn't made any plays. I've never seen them except for one long time ago. Same boat as Jimmy Ward.
Yeah.
They can
to
both.
be honest, ain't
but here's the thing, Ronbo. Here's the thing that let's talk about players. Oh yeah, and Dre, let me shout out to my brother. I was talking about the San Francisco Chronicle. There's a couple of West Coast papers that were saying that Kendrick was. I know you took it to the national East Coast paper. I didn't see that, the ESPN, but I did see the the San Francisco Chronicle say that Bourne was out. Here's the reason why I think Bourne may be out though. Let me dig a little deeper, Ronbo. Can I do that real fast?
No. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I like Kendrick Bourne. I don't have a problem with Kendrick Bourne, but here's the thing: we drafted 2 receivers this year, and here's also a little nugget. This is Kendrick Bourne's last year of his deal. Are you signing back Kendrick Bourne? And to what?
I am, and anybody that Kyle raises, I'm keeping because I figured at some point they're going to become Kyle's direct extension. I'm signing him. Next year, I haven't got any dollars. I got to think about that, but that's where I am. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm telling you right now that I love the fact that this team is hungry, Ronbo. But we have been disrespected, and this is why I really called. So can I get one last installment? You know, it's two. It's rare to get to two, but can I get one last installment real fast, Ronbo? Just a really fast.
And tonight, midweek, we have a first. Trey is going to get a dual installment of Let Me Holler at You.
Pro Football Focus. You know, I usually lean on your numbers, but we're number 32 in stopping the run. That's what it is?
Oh, thank you for addressing that. I'm confused about that, too.
And it's not used on anything because they're saying we got worse. Okay, maybe Quan Alexander's not a great run defender, so we're hearing. Yeah. I understand that. But he's not going to be asked to do it alone. We're looking at growth. We're better up front. And here's the thing that I believe that we as a team, Kyle Shanahan, will make this defense better because we need to start to jump on teams, Ronbo, and that's what the installment is about. So Pro Football Focus, up yours, F you for saying that we got worse. No way we did, but that's okay because your numbers in the preseason don't mean jack, right?
Especially to go from last year. Kyle. And they're speculating anyway. They don't know what the 49ers defense can do against a run right now. There's no way they can know.
They don't know what we're going to do, Ronbo. We have to score early. We have to become the Colts of yesteryear, where they had Freeney and Mathis. We got Bosa. We got Ford. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to use our offense as a weapon. We're going to be an opportunistic defense. That's how you keep the numbers down. That's how you keep the budget low. Be a very opportunistic defense. Let's not kid ourselves, guys. We're not going to be a top 5 defense. Just knock it off. Knock it off, okay? Knock it off. Have you seen our safeties? Who's playing corner? Ronbo.
Remember this.
Our corners didn't have an interception last year, Ronbo.
Trey, we're talking about last year, and don't make last year this year's team. And what did you just do? Okay, you know what? No, it's okay. Because later on in the season, we're saying no possible chance of being top 5. So remember, Trey, when we point this out.
I said that. Yes. I said that. We don't need to be top 5 to be a playoff team, Ronbo, and that's all I'm saying. This defense needs to be in the top 15, and we will be just fine.
Top 10 would be better. I mean, I feel safer.
15, Ronbo. No, because I'm expecting this offense to be top 5. That's what I'm expecting. This offense.
Really, do you think the offense is definitely going to outrank the defense? Well, you know what? That
I do.
Make sense.
Look what we did with a third-string quarterback. Look what we were number 16 with 3 different quarterbacks. I'm confident with Jimmy for a full year. You know, I love Jimmy. I don't have a problem with Jimmy, but his availability, your best ability. I don't care how hard you throw.
His availability, I know. I heard it before.
I don't care how many porn stars you've been with. I don't care how many tight shirts and oil you wear in your photo shoots. The point is that I need you on the field. I want to know, are you there for me on week 16 in the third quarter when we're down by 10 and we're about to make this playoff run? I think he will be. I think he will be.
You know.
But you know who else plays 16 games every year, Ronbo? While we're talking about 16 games every year? I'm not going to say his name. I think everybody knows who I'm talking about. Every year. The problem with that is that I do believe, if I could borrow something from my brother James, I do believe that if Kendrick Bourne makes this team, it's because Trent Taylor's cut. Trent Taylor makes our offense predictable. I'm sorry. Trent Taylor makes offense predictable, Ronbo. If Trent Taylor, he's the only receiver we have on the team that is not interchangeable. He can't play outside. He can't play the Y. He can't play the X. What is he going to play, Ronbo?
You know, I agree with all that, but
we're
Kyle, you know how Kyle is. He loves that dude. He's not going anywhere, Trey. I guarantee you he's not leaving.
All right. You turn that film on when the Niners offense on third down, and you say, yep, there's that Trent Taylor play. There's that Trent Taylor package.
And there he goes on that slant. Jimmy G hit him perfect.
Right.
Yeah, they probably said the same thing about Tom Brady.
They've done that before, Ronbo, but that was a long time ago. That was a whole healthy back ago.
Everybody knows Edelman's going to go cut left, cut right. And you know Tom's going to put it right where he goes, and he's going to make the catch.
Oh my gosh!
These are those. I'm just saying. These are the kind of marriages that will not be broken up. You know this.
I think that, Ronbo, before we get up out of here, I think that Trent Taylor is a good player. We've upgraded around him. And I think it's between him and Jordan Matthews. So whichever one of you guys want to fight over that, with Kendrick's not going anywhere unless he gets traded for like a 5th or a 6th round pick.
Oh, see, now that makes I can buy that for sure. Right.
Yeah, this fantasy, and Ronbo, let me say this, Ken. Let me know when we can come back from Fantasy Island. Trent Taylor is
the blade. The blade.
Trent Taylor is not. He's not Julian Edelman. That's ludicrous.
Yeah, you say that now.
Ludicrous.
Let's wait for a couple of years, Trey. All right.
Ronbo, that's something we're going to say only amongst ourselves. Don't
All
let
right.
nobody else.
Trey.
Hope
we get in here tomorrow. I'll be looking for you. You're going to love tomorrow.
Shout out to the fam, TNT fam, man. My brother Trez, my brother Will, my brother Dre, Jerry Fresh, my brother Show, Michael Rapina, every single person that's out here that listens to your program. Ronbo, thank you for what you do. Time to take away from your family. Shout out to production. The unsung heroes of what this is right here. More importantly than that, shout out to the Niners. This is our year, 10-6.
Yes.
Let's get there.
Trey, remember.
Hey.
Top
and by the way, we need to stop. This is not a shot, but we need to stop reading out of the book of Paper Champions. Because that's what we're doing.
He's got to leave a little dig in there. You know, he can never just. All right,
man.
All right, Trey. Trey. Hilarious. You know, but he does bring a certain amount of things that you have to think about. You can't just shove it off to one side. It penetrates, and you got to think about it. Hey. Okay. Was it Jose Perez? Oh, hey, John Milner. I'm sorry. John Milner. What's up, Niner fam? We will be a top 5 defense and a top 3 offense. John, thank you for the contribution, and your timing is golden. As Trey says, we need to stop it with being a top 5 defense. John has already given us that. I love it. Russo!
What's up, Ronbo?
Oh, and Russo, by the way, I got your email. I'm going to get right back to you for more details. But meantime, Russo, I tell you, I love when people come in and try to stir the pot. You got Phil talking about we're not going to renew Arik Armstead. You got Trey saying knock it off with the top 5 defense. Russo, and you can also address those statements as well as tell me in your last minute who you're putting on your defensive front. And also, is Buckner going to get 20 sacks this year?
Well, I can start off with Buckner. He's not going to get 20 sacks this year.
He didn't hesitate.
No, I consider Buckner in that same category with Kittle, where I expect both of them to get better than they were last year, but I expect their numbers to take a hit.
Okay,
and that's going to be a product of the players that are around them. So
hey,
I expect.
Russo, one question real quick. I don't know if you know or not. How many years has Aaron Donald been in the NFL so far? I know.
How many years is what?
Aaron Donald. Is he in his?
I believe he.
Fifth year, right? He just did his contract last year.
Yeah, but they gave him a new deal. They gave him a new deal on his 3rd year. So I believe this is year 5, if I'm correct.
Was he a first-round pick? He had to be a first-round pick. I remember this dude, crazy man, the Rams picked up, but I don't remember when they picked him up.
That I don't know, honestly. He was either a first or second-round pick, but I do remember he either had a year or 2 years left on the deal. I think he had 2 years left on the deal, and then they just gave him that big contract because he was clearly amazing.
Yeah, so he may have not been a first-round pick because they would have picked up his 5th-year option and nothing he could do about it. But yeah, okay, go ahead with whatever else.
Yeah, so Buckner, I don't see Buckner getting 20 sacks. I don't see anybody on our team getting 20 sacks. I mean, you look at all the great pass rushers in the NFL, like guys like J.J. Watt. They're all in that 14 to 18 range right now, and it's just like kind of the way that the league is moving. It's kind of moving away from one guy absolutely dominating on defense with sacks. They're kind of like doubling more in that direction, and it's just kind of letting other people shine. But Buckner was like my point with Kittle. It was just like there was nothing around him. So by a product of volume and sheer talent, obviously Kittle's numbers were inflated, and it's just I could see both of them improving with technique, fundamentals, just like everything. I can see them just improving completely across the board, but I think all their statistical numbers will take a slight hit. So
that makes sense.
I see Buckner getting, if I had to take a wild guess, I would have him just below the 12.5 he got last year. I would say his floor is probably 8 or 9 sacks. And I think his ceiling would be right around that 12.5 again. So I think he should be right around there. But
because there's only so many snaps. I think about that too. And yeah, you've got too many headhunters.
That's the only
out
reason
there
why. Only reason why. If he had 20 sacks, I wouldn't be surprised in any way. But that would have to mean that Bosa didn't get 10 sacks or D4 didn't get 10 sacks. Like if something happens to somebody and we need more out of Buckner, but if everybody's healthy and everyone's doing their job, it's just it's not. Buckner is going to end up being more collapsing from the inside, and then we're going to have more come from the outside, or vice versa. So,
Hey, Russo, you know what? I want to know after about 6 weeks, because you're going to finally get that down to a rhythm. And in the beginning, it's probably going to look a little crude, a little crazy, but it'll gradually smooth out, and you'll see them work as one big 3-headed machine. That's when you're going to see the sacks start to add up and consistency as who's getting to that quarterback first. Yeah. So
yeah, I think the first 3 games we're just going to kind of let them loose and try to keep everybody fresh and just see exactly what we're doing. Anytime you're putting in like you're changing the defense, you got a new line coach, and you're adding.
Yeah,
I mean, arguably 2 of our 3 best players on defense are first-year guys, and D4 to Nick Bosa. So you gotta like let them all kind of mesh together, and then I think they'll use the bye week to be like, all right, this is working, this isn't working. Like, let's focus on the good things and let's correct the bad things. And then I think as the year progresses, I would expect, especially Nick Bosa, I would expect Bosa to possibly not look great early on. Like, same thing. If he looks great early on, obviously I would believe that he's the number 2 pick, but I would kind of expect him to have a slowish start and then really kind of turn it on after the bye week.
Julian, I expect just the opposite, actually. I see him, even from the first game, coming off that edge like a crazy man, and defense DCs will adjust to him gradually. But the first few weeks, it's going to be kind of shocking to see this kid coming off the edge, looking like he's been in the league for like 10 years. Because remember, Russo, this is all he's been doing since he's probably 8, 9, 10 years old, right? That's why if he can remain healthy, they're not going to know what to do with him for at least, and he's excited about being in the NFL. He wants to, he's got to think about competing with Joey. So you don't want to, if Joey got Rookie of the Year, Nick's going to say, well, Joey ain't getting anything, I ain't going to be able to hang in my goddamn room.
Absolutely.
So I think that's the way they think. But, yeah.
I wouldn't put it past him. But as far as, like, the defense, if you look at Solomon Thomas's snap counts from year 1 to year 2, as they progress, the numbers have progressed. His edge and his outside-inside splits have slowly transformed going in more, and I think you're going to see that take a bigger jump this year.
Good.
So I would think he would be the main rotation guy, where he might be the starter, but I think he might be the starter, but he'll be the first one to get subbed, and he'll be the first one to come back in if someone else needs to get subbed for. So, and I would kind of think that he'll get probably the 4th most playing time behind Bosa, Buckner, and Ford. And then I think we would use Armstead mostly to his strengths in most obvious running situations. And then he would be the next guy who's rotating, and I would line him up all over the place, inside, outside, anywhere he needs to be. I can kind of see that happening. And then you just got to see what happens with like Street and Day and Jones and who they end up keeping. They probably keep them all, and just there's gonna be a lot of rotating. There's a lot of depth. Same thing with the running backs. You just have so many options.
I just keep worried about, do we have 53 spots? Russo, we're out of time. Look, I tell you what, I promise you I'll be back tomorrow. I'm not saying I'll be back tomorrow. I'm serious this time. Russo, I'll be looking for you tomorrow, huh?
All right, bro.
All right, fam. Have a great night.
All right.
As Russo, also with a great perspective. Hey, David. Hey, Dave. Dave, what's going on,
Hello.
man? Yeah.
How you doing?
Doing great. Sitting back here, and for a change, we could go into the season thinking, man, we got a running back group, man, we got this, we got that, and we got a defensive line. Dang, we got a defensive line.
Yep.
Talk about that.
Exactly.
Talk about that.
Everything's already in place.
Yeah.
Everything's in place. But you know, the best thing about it is that I don't feel there's so much hype and pressure like there was last year.
I know, right? Because in fact,
I don't feel the
we're
same.
just barely getting love this year. So you're right.
It's better. It's better to be doubted from what you've been through, so you can actually, set a real expectation when you hit the field running. And it's good because, I don't know if it was a replay or how old it was, but I watched a video with Nate Burleson. And before he didn't really bother me too much, honestly. And then I heard him talking. He goes, this, that, blah, blah, blah. He goes, the other day, somebody from, some of the Niner fans came over and started saying, hey, man, why are you dogging us so much? He goes, I'm not dogging you guys.
You saw that one?
It's just that I haven't seen enough of this. I was like, no, dude, you're dogging them. You are. Because
it's like it's intentional.
Yeah, man. It's horrible. It's horrible. And it's like, and he's a punk. And I'll tell you why. Because whenever there's a Niner on a show, he's all quiet, has a little smirk on his face. He doesn't say anything. It's like, say something now. Say it. D Ford, I don't think, you're a good pass rusher, but it may not work on this team as well. Who knows? We don't know yet, right? He's like that. He'd slap him.
It's so unnecessary, Because the dude is still a Seahawk. He'll always be a Seahawk. Nobody's explained him yet. This is not Good Morning
biased,
Seahawks
man.
show. God.
Oh, he's so biased. He's so lopsided. He really is. He says he's not, but he is. Kind of like Willie McGinnis. When Willie McGinnis talks about the
New England,
it's all Patriots. Come on, man. Yeah.
See,
but
Schrager.
Anyways,
and at least with Schrager, he does move around to other teams, favor somebody else on occasion. We know he likes the 49ers number one, but he's not always going to put the Niners up in front of everything and everybody. They can't stand it, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
That's
you know when they are when they're biased. You do know they are. And if you've ever met anybody that used to play for a team, and you hear them talk and you listen to them, they're always like James Jones. Okay, James Jones.
Yeah.
In Green Bay. Okay, I know the guy. I don't know him personally, but I've been to when his half brother passed away. He was a friend of the family's. Passed away. He had a ceremony, and we went to the ceremony, and there was just calm down talking, and he would talk, and then when they would talk, Aaron Rodgers this, Aaron Rodgers that, Green Bay this, Green Bay that. I was like, okay, he's still pro that, no matter what, So
it's okay in a private setting, but if you're going to work for a network, can you please just be objective? At least 70% of the time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like like Jimmy G, he's pro adult industry. We know that. Okay, I shouldn't have said that. Was bad.
I didn't expect
that. Was bad. That was bad. Okay,
I did not expect
let's rewind that one. Okay, production.
And he says everybody should support your local stars.
Please. Yeah. Unappropriate stars.
Yeah, Dave, that was so crazy. Okay. Where were we? Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to take too much of your time because I don't want to steal too much. But here, okay. Let's go back to the receiver thing. Trent Taylor, not going to go anywhere. Bourne is not going to go anywhere. I don't think he will go anywhere. I think Matthews, he's good, but he's there for competition. And who knows? Maybe he steals, and maybe somebody does go. But okay, Bourne, he has proven himself in the red zone, and he's very, very productive. And yeah, we only had a small sample because look what happened in the season. There were all kinds of things were happening to where they couldn't get the full dose of Bourne. So for them to say that he's not going to make the team or not be there or the odd man out, why do they think that? I don't understand that.
I don't know what else he has to do. That's what I'm saying. He's out there doing his job, and he's not doing it bad. He made a couple of mistakes. Okay, he learned. You know?
Right. But I don't want them to make the same mistake like back in 1994-95 when Ed McCaffrey was a fifth, sixth string receiver on our team. And because they didn't see or enough, and they didn't let him play as much, so you couldn't really tell, right? But what if they would have let him play a little bit more? We would have had another all-pro receiver in Ed McCaffrey.
Mm-hmm.
But they let him go, and he went to the Broncos, and he became the number 2 over there.
See,
right?
That's why that works. That's why that works.
I don't. They know what they have him born. They gotta just put the faith and let him play, let him go forward. I think it's a mistake to let him go. Trey, I don't know what you're thinking, man. I really don't know what you're thinking. Bourne is something that has to stay in the chemistry of the Niners. Now, Ward on their side, I agree with you. Ward is,
I mean,
damage.
Dave takes me all the way up, and it suddenly drops me back. He goes, "Get back on my boy, Dub."
I'm sorry, Ronbo. I'm split here. I'm kind of I'm like both sides. I'm on the side that agrees with a lot of stuff you say.
That's why you're
but I don't agree with
Dub.
Well, look, Dub has to do something. One of two things, okay? He needs to just really take a lot of calcium shots, and he needs to eat a lot of, protein to get those bones toughened up, But as far as skill set, Trey's wrong. He is a safety. The guy can play safety. He's pretty good, And as far as that other receiver, that 3 touchdowns, that guy that he was talking about, I know who he's talking about. I just forgot his name off the back of my head. Right?
Marshall.
He was on Adderall. He was on Adderall that day. What do you expect?
Oh yeah.
Quick reaction.
I mean, and also he's a little rookie. I mean, you put him. He's a rookie safety. You can put him at the corner, covering all pro Brandon Marshall. I mean, okay.
Come on, man.
Dave.
Come on, man.
We need to go. Let me look for you tomorrow.
Okay, all right. One more thing.
Yeah.
One more thing. They get cut off their time, but you got to do one thing. All the coaches up and down the sideline need to be careful and hide the tablets from Jimmy G because he'll start watching inappropriate movies, right? I know that.
Hey, they've got those warning signs on most of those sites saying, if you're not in a private area, you should probably not bring this content up.
He's hacked through it. He learned from Papa Kraft. So, it's beyond control. But anyways,
Dave,
you have a good night, Rombo.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Good show. You don't know what you're talking about still.
It always,
Trey,
I agree.
Yeah, you do make sense, 50-50. I agree with you on 50% of stuff, but Big Show, I don't know what you're talking about half the time now, honestly. And that's about it. All right, Rumbo. Have a good night, man.
You do, Dave. Look forward to hearing from you tomorrow. All right. God, hilarious. Hey. Oh, it's the Iron Sheik.
Ronbo! What's up, Ronbo? What's going on, man? How you doing?
Because, Sheik, we got to get used to being in these festive moods, man. We got a team now. We used to have a team that was trying to be a team. Now we actually have a team. And Sheik, that frontline defense is going to be one of our pride and joy things, man. I'm telling you right now. The running backs are probably going to be next in line. Between the running backs and that defensive line, I'm not sure which one I'm the most crazy about. And if the offensive line, if continuity and time together spent means anything, we may have, how you got bread and butter, maybe we might have a little jelly in there somewhere as well. Don't even talk about my quarterback, Jimmy G. People have talked about G so much now, he's probably running around mumbling to himself. Yeah, now they're starting to say, not only am I not that good of a quarterback, but I like to watch porn on the sidelines. Are you kidding me? Dave says, support your local channels, please. Hey.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But Sheik, man, seriously, what's defensive line? I mean, have you got any assembly of talents that you would like to see work together?
Yeah.
And actually, other than the normal ones, right? I mean, everybody's going to love D Ford and Deforest Buckner next to each other. I mean, that is
right. You
can just see the chemistry is going to be awesome between those two. But from them all the way over, what do you got going on? I figure Bosa. There's only a 4-man front. Really, if Bosa comes in looking like I think he's going to look, there's not a lot of creativity. I guess we could talk about the substitutions, maybe.
Yeah, you can do a lot, but the tandem I'm really interested in, really loving, is the Defo and my boy Solomon Trent, baby. I definitely want to see that.
Yeah.
That guy, he's been from the top to the bottom, and now we're waiting back in the top again. He is hungry. He's ready. He has heart. He has support. He's hitting the gym. He's working out with the best. That guy is going to be showing that he's not, in other people's eyes, that he's not doing well, and maybe the B word that I'm not going to say because he's not that.
Nah.
I can't. Nah. That dude is going to show the world, man. And he's going to get so much pressure on the quarterback. He's going to get run stuff. And with that tandem, that goes into rotation. I haven't seen Ronbo. I haven't seen, I've seen some great defense in our team. But, we had Justin Smith, Alden Smith. We had Daniel Stubblefield back into there with Bryant Young. But I got to say, the depth in this team, in the defensive line, I haven't seen it for a while. There's so many guys that we haven't even talked about. We haven't talked about Julian Taylor. That guy is a rotation coming in, and that guy shows some promise. That guy has he's a good project, but he's growing. He was growing in the preseason. They put him on the reps in the season because they wanted to make sure he's right. Now Marsh is gone. Blair's still there. He might be in the bowl, but that guy has been doing well last year as well. Street is in the mix. Oh my God, it's crazy.
And
so much
I found a guy I was talking about. Cedric Thornton. Do you know anything about Cedric? When he came over, I said, I remember this guy. And all of a sudden, he's in our camp.
I do.
We got guys all over camp, and it's just crazy.
Yeah, that guy, he retired, I believe, this past season, and he unretired to come and join us. That's what
he smells.
he
smells what we're cooking.
The smell of success and the chance of being in the Super Bowl, baby. Because that defense and having Sherman and having K'Wan Alexander and Fred Warren, that guy's gonna be a Pro Bowler. Oh my God, that's with the defense that we have. Oh, Nick Bosa. I honestly, D Ford. I'm surprised I don't see a lot of jerseys. I don't know if there's. I know I see one or two out there, but I think that guy is going to be a straight up beast. And there's two guys going to have double digits in sacks, and I believe it's D Ford and obviously Buckner. That's what's going to happen. And I think I'll say even Nick Bosa, because he's definitely going to promise. And I think a lot of people are going to be worried about the signing. But let me tell you, a lot of guys like Solomon Thomas, he waited. Deforest and Buckner. There's a lot of guys.
Dante Pettis last year, one day before camp opened.
Pettis.
Yeah, that's what they do.
So I guarantee the day before Debo Samuel will sign.
Well, I heard somebody
after,
said he's on his way. He already tweeted or something. I don't know if he got social media. Seems like he's already said he's on his way and he has signed. But there's been no formal announcement.
Okay. And then Nick Bosa, he's going to be signing soon. So I have no worries. The thing is, people, why we pick Nick Bosa? Well, let me tell you this. We could have got Quentin Williams, and he hasn't signed with the Jets. So the thing is...
They say he'll sign probably right after Bosa. Isn't that amazing?
Exactly.
They're all waiting for Bosa.
That is amazing. Yeah. And I get it. You want to make the living and this and that. Yeah, they have improved in the NFL, but the thing is, it's business, not personal. And they both want to be a 49er. They love the 49er way, baby, because that's the best place. This is the best city. This is the best team in the world, baby. That's why we are 5-time Super Bowl champions. That's why we win 5-1 in the Super Bowl. The Rams 1-2. Sea Chickens 1-2. Arizona Cardinals 0-1. What have you done to run this West, baby? We run the West. Baby. We running it for day one, baby. So these guys coming in think they're all bad. The Manning curse is real. The Super Bowl curse is real. So even the Raiders, they think they're going to be pack their stuff and get out because the San Francisco already, like Kenny says, the Sacramento 49ers are going to take them out. The Goofy and the Wilsons and the Kyler Murray with no offensive line,
They are going to be reckoned and dominated by the 49ers, and Ronbo Sports is going to yell all the Niner calls, baby. I am ready. The faithful ready. Let's go. And Rico, shout out to Rico. Niners! Let's go.
I love it. I mean, he gets wound up so tight. It's just fun watching him, but I'm just released. Hey, Sheik!
I'm excited, Ronbo, baby. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Well,
I'm hungry, baby. You know, we see a lot of guys coming in. Circle around those guys you love, and you're gonna watch them in the preseason, baby.
Yeah, God. Oh. Well, Sheik, we're gonna go and look forward to you tomorrow.
Big show.
Yeah, and actually, Show is standing by. We abused him enough tonight and called his name enough that he's got something he wants to say, apparently.
Hey, I just want to say he likes Kendrick Bourne, and he's going to buy his jersey.
Hey, he won't. I'm telling you right now, Show. He can't. How many excuses did I get for Big Show? Oh, that doesn't count. What? What do you mean it doesn't count? It does. He led the team, and still I can't get no love. That's fine. Next year, when he's on the team and doing great things, I'll say, Show, I just want to remind you about my jersey. We'll tell him right now.
Yeah. Hey, Show, he's been waiting for that jersey. He wants that 84 jersey. What's the holdup? Do you want to make another bet now that he's going to make the team? But anyways, Ronbo, I know you have other calls waiting. I know he's going to make other calls. And faithful, we're here, baby. Faithful! Hit that like for Ronbo Sports. Shout out to the Nighthawk fan club. Shout out to everybody that calls in the chat rooms, holding it down and pick those threes up when the Ram fan comes in. And Raiders, pack your stuff and get out to the black hole because he needs some toilet paper. Let me hand it to you. Good night, Ronbo. Good night, Faithful. I'll see you later.
Later. Good night, fam. Oh, man. Thanks.
Let's go.
And we do have an interesting amount of Raiders running around here tonight. Pretty funny. It's a big show. It's a big show on tonight. Show, you know.
Yo, Ronbo.
Yes, indeed. Show, you probably, as I know that you usually catch remarks thrown in your direction. So would you like to address those before you get into the 49ers front line muscle bunch? I mean, these guys are road wrecking. I mean, but Show, it's all yours. Take it away.
You know me, every time I see the show signal up in the sky, I must chime in. And I'm kind of shocked I saw it tonight. And Dan, what I'm speaking, is what you can't understand is the truth. And that the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And that's something that most of y'all can't handle. And your feelings get a little hurt because you fall in love with some players that I've specifically told everyone to stop acting like we have dinner every night with these players, because it's all about the name on the front, not the name on the back. And that is exactly why I was the first recruit ever into the TNT family, because I speak the truth, I speak my mind, I don't care whose feelings I hurt, and I care more about the logo on the front than the name on the back. Anyways.
I love that part. I don't care whose feelings I hurt.
I really don't. And the players don't care if you like them, and the players don't care whether you like them or not. They don't give a shit.
Yeah, well, yeah. You know, except for Akello Witherspoon. Spoon put it in very cool perspective. He says,
I take that back. Bruce Ellington really does care about what people think about him.
And Jimmy Ward, he actually comes and addresses people on social media. But at least the rest expected.
Those thin-skinned, trim, bulky players. Anyways, as far as the front seven goes, Ronbo, it's going to look a lot like this. It's going to be D Ford on the left, starting from the left to the right. It's going to be D Ford on the left. It's going to be Deforest Buckner right next to him, and then it's going to be Arik Armstead rotating with Solomon Thomas and Chelsea Bay. And then Nick Bosa is going to be on the right side. But I'm going to have to agree with Russo on Nick Bosa. I think he's going to come off to a slow start because let's keep in mind, I was one of his biggest critics, and I was all on board with everyone on here in principle as far as we needed an edge rusher with our first round, except I was not a huge advocate for Nick Bosa. I was more on the Josh Allen and Quinn Williams train. But I think Nick Bosa is going to start off a little slow because he hasn't seen the field since the beginning of August of 2018, I believe, and that's a long time to be off the field, Ronbo.
The first sack.
That's a long time.
Let me tell you right now, the first sack on the 49ers defense is going to be Mrs. Bosa's baby boy coming off that side like some kind of a crazy man. I'm telling you right now.
I think it's going to be – I'm going to disagree with you. I think it's going to be either Quan Alexander, Fred Warner, or D. Ford.
Sack?
Or Deforest Buckner. Yeah.
Well, that's
one of those four.
Pretty much you said everybody except for Nick. The first
well, I mean,
sack.
come on. I told you Nick Bosa hasn't seen – it's not like he's going to come out like a bat out of hell right away.
No, it is. It is.
It's going to be he's been off the field since 2018.
That
Ronbo.
doesn't
That's a long
matter.
time to not be in football.
This is. Have you ever had anything you could do that was just sort of like something you do and you've been able to naturally do it since like 13, 12, or 13, 11? This is what he does. This is what their whole family.
I know it's what he does, Ronbo. It doesn't matter who your family is. It matters how long you've been playing.
Yeah, but I think even at half speed or a 70% ready Nick Bosa is still going to blow by the average offensive lineman.
It all depends on how he reacts to D. Ford and Deforest Buckner. Because
reacts?
You're coming.
I don't understand. What do you mean by
that? D. Ford is one of our best edge rushers on the line right now.
Well, he is the best.
I think
actually.
he's gonna. Yeah,
as far as we know.
I think Nick Bosa is gonna learn a few tools on how to process an offensive line from D. Ford.
No. Hey, you know what? I'll bet you this. I want to compare to that thought. Nick may be thinking, okay, I'm the rookie here. He's the stud that's been around for a while. I got to go out and show everybody who's in charge of this defensive line. He's that kind of guy. I already can tell. You watch. He comes off that line like he's
got those characteristics to be an alpha male. Yes, I agree with that. But it's not going to be shown right away, though. Like I said, it's been a long time since he's been on the field. He's getting into the NFL playing against grown men, not college players anymore.
What about Joey? Why did he have such a good first year?
Because
he's going to get the AFC excuse.
I honestly, that's about it. The AFC offensive line is extremely weak when you're going up against the Patriots.
In Indianapolis Colts?
I don't know about them. They're kind of easy to get by. They've shown that
it's
in the playoffs.
Kind of a generalization. You're not going to be able to say that. They don't play AFC teams every day of the week. I mean, every Sunday show.
No, not every Sunday.
People better understand what it means to grow up in a culture of coming off the edge. It's not like you just grow up and, I want to be a football player. No. As soon as Mrs. Bosa had Nick, she handed him to his father. And they went out and started doing reps that same day.
I'm extremely well aware of that, but unfortunately, in the real NFL, it doesn't work like that.
The real NFL cannot stop a Bosa. That's just the bottom line.
Well, we have a lot of power on the line. That's the thing, though. You got to understand that experience supersedes rookiness. You know what I mean? Like, I can see. I honestly think D4 is going to get our first sack. I really do.
You're on. Can I get another? Is there another jersey involved? Can I get my Kendrick Bourne? I'll get Bosa's jersey myself. Can I get my Kendrick? Hey, if Kendrick makes a team and in the first 2 or 3 games has more than 2 receptions show, can I then get some acknowledgement?
Can I address the Trent Taylor haters, please? Okay.
Please.
Yes, the man just plays. He plays the slot. That's what he does best at. That's exactly why we went after him. He is our Julian Edelman. Whether you like to hear that or not, he is our Julian Edelman. He is our Wes Welker. He is our Eric Decker. You know what I mean? He has those exact skill sets as those.
Trey doesn't appreciate it, but I do.
That is why we brought on Wes Welker to fix the kinks in Trent Taylor. Yeah. Trent Taylor had an off year last year because of his back issues.
Yep.
He's going to come back really, really. I think he's going to come back as a really good slot receiver this year. And as far as Jordan Matthews,
you know what Matt Mayoko said, don't you? Matt Mayoko believes he may lead the team in receptions and yards. Oh, I think he went too far.
I wouldn't doubt that.
But
I wouldn't doubt that. And as far as Jordan Matthews goes, you guys have got to stop shitting on his year in Buffalo, okay? Nobody has a career year there. Nobody does.
It's too cold, right?
Why do you think Antonio Brown came out and mixed the idea of him going to Buffalo? He's like, nope, I'm not going there. Come on.
I don't know why.
Nobody wants to go
Antonio
there.
Brown's got more mink coats.
That's not going to predicate.
That I do sweaters.
Predicate your future. That is not going to predicate your future on your next football team. Okay, and the one bad year he had a bad year in Philadelphia was because he was in a crowded wide receiver room. I mean, come on. Those are 2 bad years in a row. Yes, I agree, but that you have to look at the extenuating circumstances other than numbers. Come on.
So
Matthews is a good player. Matthews comes from a coach similar to coaches similar to Kyle Shanahan,
players that
and
you
Doug
like,
Peterson and Chip Kelly.
You will always have a long list of reasons why whatever happened. If I bring you one or two solid reasons,
all facts.
Well, I know, but the thing is, you came up with facts quickly for the players you favor. I'm still saying you can be a little biased sometimes.
And if you're going to say I'm biased towards number Kendrick Bourne, that's ridiculous. I didn't even know who Kendrick Bourne was until
you still don't. You do not know Kendrick Bourne because the way you talk about him is a man who knows nothing about him.
Anyways, that's another topic for another night. You already know my feelings on him.
That's true.
I got to recuse myself from any more Kendrick Bourne talk because
listen, I'll accept that for now. We got to revisit this subject because we got to go now, show. But you got to give my boy Bourne some respect.
I know my football. So stop coming out here and saying I don't know what I'm talking about. I've been a fan of this team for 23 years of my life. I can keep saying I'm 33. I have only experienced a winning season and watched a winning season in 2013 and 2012, and that's where my frustration comes from. That's where I'm tired of losing. I want to win. I've only experienced losing, Ronbo. I've only experienced losing.
Well, that's
the unfortunate thing about being young and a millennial and not experiencing winning football.
You guys are special. And David, I guess Show is asking that you apologize next time you get in here. We got to Show.
No,
we
I don't need an apology. But yeah, the first sack is going to go to D Ford.
All right.
So
I say it's going to be Bosa
first.
All right.
I say it's Ford. All right. You have a good night.
Shout out to everyone. And don't renege on this because I know you'll switch up later. All right.
Oh no, I don't back down. I'm not a homer. All right, I stick to my guns. Good night.
All right, Joe. See you later. Oh God, I love to mess with Big Show, man. Hey, Josh.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Josh, just sitting here putting Big Show in his place. You know what I mean? He comes in every night for an education, and I like to give it to him. Josh!
Well, first off...
go ahead.
Yeah. No, I just wonder you can hear me good.
No, I can hear you. I can hear you really well.
The audio quality.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What were you saying, Ronbo?
No, tonight we're just going over looking at the frontline defense and how for a change, Josh, we got guys. We got more than 2 or 3 guys. We can move these guys around. We got guys. We got depth that we don't know a lot about, but they're there for now. And in certain circumstances, my scenario tonight, I just said 1 minute and 20 seconds. The other team needs to get down within field goal range, or they need to score a touchdown. We got to keep them out of the end zone. Who are you going to depend on? Who are the guys that will have blood in their mouth when they run out of there and get ready? Well, should I say blood in their eye? Ready to take this game over.
Yeah. We got on paper, we got the defensive line to do it, and then we got 2 promising rotational players, and Taylor and Blair. Blair's coming along nice. He had 5.5 sacks. We got just as much production out of him as
Cassius
Marsh,
Marsh.
and we
Yeah.
paid Marsh significantly more money.
Way
Of course, I didn't fact check that, but I'm pretty sure Marsh made more money.
Oh yeah, he did.
Than Blair. No, I just want to
Blair's
come
on a
on here,
rookie
Rob. I
contract.
haven't been on in a minute.
Hmm.
Yeah. I just wanted to say that I know I'm late to the party, but I'm with you on the Jimmy Ward train.
All right.
I believe Jimmy Ward.
I love getting new bodies and joining me, man. It's we got a bus and it's only got 8 seats in it, and we got plenty of room.
I mean, I used to like dog on him before this off season, but you know what? I'm gonna give it one more chance. What's the worst that could happen? He could hurt
he
again,
deserves that.
and we're wrong. Whoop-de-doo. You know what I mean? Like, let's just give him one more run. And then I just wanted to bring up that it was brought up in the Nighthawk Fan Club group chat. Uncle Pete Carroll is back to his old tricks, signing our old players.
I know.
Signed to Earl Mitchell. So, you know, he used to do that and try to get, like, signals for defense, offense.
I know he thinks he can get some info.
Like Lil Hoyt, Tukuafu, Ricardo Lockett,
He'll never
Mike
stop.
Davis, all those guys were former Niners.
You know, and it doesn't. It's not going to help any because anyway, the thing is, we're running the same defense as Carroll is. So I don't understand what is silly.
Yeah. I'm excited. Training camp's around the corner. I pretty much what everybody's talking about tonight, I'm listening to it, and it's great points. Everybody's bringing up great counterpoints too, as far as my brother Show, coming and backing up what he says in the show, and I respect him for that. It's not a popular opinion, but the guy stands up for what he believes in, and you gotta, admire that. I've always said that to Show. I don't agree with most of the stuff you say, but you do stand up for what you believe in, and that deserves some kind of credit.
I thought you were gonna get on board with him on something he said. And what does Josh finish up by saying? I don't agree with anything he says, or most of what he says, but he's got a lot of heart. I agree. I agree.
Yeah. I just wanted to say that everybody continue to keep calling. Shout out to all the brothers and sisters who support the best team in the world, San Francisco 49ers. And I don't know everybody by name, but I shout out the Nighthawk Fan Club, the Hit Squad. My brother Kenny gave me a shout out a couple of days ago. My brother Albert, Bash, Big Show, Nighthawk himself, Sheik, Jersey Joe, Dan, Coach Tim. Man, all you guys. I'll try to remember everybody's name in the group, but off the top of my head, that's all the guys I know. Love you, Ronbo.
Yeah.
Love you, Niners.
Thanks,
Let's
man.
go. Let's get this 6th trophy back in the case. And for all the Rams, Raiders, Seahawks fans who like trolling in the chat,
They just want acknowledgement.
What are you
They
guys
want
scared
us to
of?
know. I mean, they know they're about to take the back seat to us. They've had their little time, and they haven't pulled a lot of trophies. And so, here we come. So it's too late.
My point is, they always point out the 4-12 team. I was like, okay, we're 4-12. Why are you guys so scared of a 4-12 team that you have to come in and go at us like that? Like, we're the 4-12 team.
Well, they're trying to hurt.
No business.
They're trying to hurt our feelings. They are hoping we could stay 4-12 forever. But that's the funny thing about it. It's not going to happen. And then they're going to be, well, you guys are 4-12 in 2018. And then we come and just smoke them next year. That's all right. We still remember 2018. You guys were 4-12. What are we now? Well, so what?
So all the Rams fans, what, you guys been on top of the NFC West for 2 years now? Come on, guys. For people who just spent the last how many years in the basement, now for 2 years you're legit. Now you guys want to puff out your chest and talk. You did just score 3 points in the worst Super Bowl ever
of all time.
I think a soccer game was on that day that they had more points than the Super Bowl, man.
Ice hockey. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous.
So please, and I love when they say, those 3-point jokes are old, or like, well, the 28-3 thing from Atlanta is old, but it still counts. So.
Yeah,
Whether
you
like
guys are
not.
bringing up 4-12 every few minutes. What? Yeah.
So So good luck with that. That won't ever die out, just like the Falcons choking to the Patriots. I mean, it sucks the Patriots won, but... And one more part before I go. Joe is the GOAT. I don't count rings, nothing, but Joe played when the game was pure, when you could hit the quarterback in the mouth. Tom Brady's got all these rules and advantages to the game. I mean, in a couple of years, the NFL, because of Brady, is going to be like, well, when it comes to the quarterback, you might have to speed walk before you tackle him or some stupid shit like that. Just because Brady made the game like what it is now, right? The tuck rule. Come on.
That's
you
right.
put him in the 80s where Joe played,
but
he couldn't do it.
You know what? I tell you, Josh, we got to go. But the nice thing about that is the tuck rule, the Raiders were the victims of it, and I love it.
All right, Ronbo. Love you, brother. Love you, Empire. Let's go Niners, baby.
Right. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, Ronbo, take it easy, bro.
Hey, Josh. Good to hear from you, fam. Talk to you later. Hey, let's go back and check with JT and see if he's if he's comprehensible right now. Hey, JT, are you okay?
Ronbo.
Yo.
Can you hear me?
Clearly.
Oh, yeah. I was trying to get your attention the last time you got back. I don't know if something was wrong with my phone or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we did. We were looking at you a few minutes ago, a little while ago. Well, JT, your phone's working all right now. And should I give you the same? I mean, you know what we're talking about by now. Do you have anything you want to add to that or anything else?
Pretty much the norm that you heard. I got D Ford on one end, I got Nick Bosa on the other, and then you got Deforest Buckner, Arik Armstead, and Solomon Thomas.
Hey,
then you got
JT,
your reserves.
One thing though, the Seahawks think they're going to run on people like they did last year. They were the best rushing team in the NFL last season, and pretty much that's what they did. Now, you got Carson and those guys running at you at 100 miles an hour. D Ford struggles a bit with the run. Do you send him to the bench, or what are you going to do? Because I'm thinking you go ahead and put Bosa where D Ford is. So I got the combination of the quarterback killer, and Nick does all right. He does fine with the run. And then I got either Solomon T. Nick, DeForest Buckner, nose tackle. I'm going to go ahead. You know what? I'm gonna let Arik Armstead does well. You know what ends up happening here? You probably end up putting DJ Jones right next to DeForest Buckner.
That right now.
Yeah.
Because one of those players can play like a hybrid linebacker.
The thing is, am I going to put Solomon T likes to run too? Oh, him. You know what? I don't know. We're going to find out between Arik Armstead and Solomon T who sets the edge the best. But they both do pretty well in that. It's going to be interesting to see how they manipulate that situation.
I think Solomon T is going to ball out this year. He's going to really show out.
Guys,
he's going to really prove the next thing this year.
Oh, yeah. Mentally, he's where he needs to be right now, too. So I look for good things from Solomon T. So, yeah, I agree. So,
But not only that, Ronbo, I think even if you were to keep D Ford out there, I think you got enough players to come in and and help out and swallow whoever up. You got Jason Verrett. That boy can run.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what he's going to look like coming off the injury and everything. You kind of.
Yeah.
I kind of wonder
what?
About that.
Here's the thing, because if the 49ers shut down the Seahawks run, now you got little Russie trying to sit back and negotiate from the air. Now, see, that's what I want to see. Now, Russell Wilson does do well with the people he has. I mean, for some reason, he doesn't have Doug Baldwin this year, but he still has Tyler Lockett. So, I want to see if you take the run away from Russie, can he still find his receivers the same way he does? Because when he starts running around and his receivers get loose, that's when he's most effective. Notice that? So now, if they can't run, what are they going to do?
Either Russell Wilson's going to be running for his life because he's going to get ate up, or he's going to be throwing some pick sixes.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I see.
Because he's not gonna bother Sherm, especially now.
Yeah, he ain't gonna be running around with all that time in the world like that no more. That's not gonna exist no more.
To begin with,
that's done and over with.
Yeah. Quan, and we got guys who could catch him now. And you saw Defoe run him down last year. He's either lost a step or Defoe picked it up. Defoe ran his little butt down. I was shocked. Ran over the sideline and drilled him. God, that was pretty.
And not only that, like I said before, everybody's got a better supporting cast around them, and they're all going to play better because of it. You know what I'm saying? If everybody just plays and meshes well, everything's just gonna run like a well-oiled machine in defense. I think I'm more excited to watch the defense play more than I am the offense.
Because you already know the offense is going to do what they do. And we'll be excited about that. But it's fun, finally, to watch a defense that actually has a potential to do some serious damage.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, you know what, Ronbo? You know what I just got? I'll tell you. I was kind of stuck, too. Earlier today, I got in the mail. I got a autographed John Taylor jersey.
Ooh!
And
Would
a
you
George
get it
Kittle
off
jersey.
eBay or something?
No, I got it on an offer, and it had a certification that was signed and everything. I got that thing for a pretty good deal. Yeah, John Taylor's autographed jersey, and then I got a George Kittle jersey, and then I got some 49er gloves. Some 49er gloves, the ones you can catch the football and it's got that grip in the middle.
Oh yeah, man, the ones everybody always put them. Hey, JT, you just went on a 49er spending spree, huh? Yeah, that had to set you back.
I'm so excited. I'm just very optimistic about this year, and I just feel good about it.
You got every right to be.
Rep my red and gold colors.
You should. This is not the cartoon teams we've been seeing since 2015. So, get ready. Niners is getting ready to roll. It's going to be like Optimus Prime out there. Autobots, roll out. And man, I'm telling you, this is going to be interesting to see as far as Big Show and I have this big bet going on as to who's going to get the first sack of the season between, well, actually, we should add Deforest Buckner in that mix, too, between Defoe and Mrs. B's baby boy. I got Nick in the first sack. Who you like for the first sack of the year?
The first sack.
Who?
The first sack who will come from the first sack of the year will be none other than our man, Deforest Buckner.
That's a good bet.
The reason why? Because he's got a better supporting cast around him with everybody out there just, putting fits on whoever's covering them. Oh, shit. It's going to be close, Ronbo, but I say Defoe's going to get the first one before everybody.
Yeah, good luck with that, because, nobody loses in this, If we got DeBuck starting the season off with the first drop kick on the quarterback, awesome. And with the money 49ers are paying for D Ford, he gets the first sack, great. We got Nicky B, a first-round draft pick. If he gets it, that means we looking good. Hey, ho!
Hey,
JT.
Hey, Ronbo, you want to know something else?
Go ahead.
Before I go, for the first time, and I mean really for the first time, we're going to see Jimmy G against everybody in our division. I'm talking about Russell Wilson. I've been chomping at the bit to really see this game between Russell Wilson and Jimmy Garoppolo. Yeah, because Jimmy G, he just hasn't had that chance, and I just want to see him just shine
and I got
just win the West.
I think he's got a feeling, but he's gonna get motivated about guys that are supposed to be big and bad on the other side of the field. And wait till he sees Baker Mayfield. I bet he goes absolutely nuts. I bet he prepares like crazy. Monday Night Football, Jimmy C, he ain't gonna make me look bad. Not in Santa Clara, he ain't.
Oh,
woo!
And like some other callers say, we're gonna be a top 5 offense. Best believe it.
Believe it.
Capability
It's going to
too.
happen.
They got the talent, man. And you got Shanahan's. You got Professor X back there running that offense. That's what I like. And Shanahan's place, Professor X and O. We gotta go, JT.
All right, Niner Empire. I'm sorry about that, earlier, you guys. All right, Niner Empire.
You gotta start. You gotta dilute put a little parsley in there, man. I don't think you can handle the straight stuff. Woo! Hey, JT.
All right, Ronbo.
See you tomorrow, fam.
All right.
Oh, God. Well, tonight, I tell you what. Hey, Curtis. He said, as of right now, number 1, Nick Bosa. Number 2, Deebo Samuel. Number 3, Quinnen Williams are the only rookies in the entire draft that still have not signed as yet. Somebody said Deebo has alluded toward he was coming on in to sign. So, interesting. Hey, what about that other kid? There's one more. What's that other edge rusher? Did everybody, Burns? Has Brian Burns, did he sign yesterday? Because as of yesterday, Brian Burns, I ain't signing. I'm Brian Burns, man. Y'all got to do better than this. And so he's on and Brian, people have signed ahead of Brian and everything else, and Brian's still hanging out. Anyway, I think he's represented by CAA too, though. That's the thing. Jose Perez, hey, what's good, Niner Empire? Repping all day. Let's go Niners. And Isaac Page, hey, Ronbo Sports. Malcolm can be a decent backup, but he needs to take a pay cut. I would put Dre at the Sam. Dude's a thumper. Malcolm, I think he did. He's got a 1-year contract. Malcolm's got to show him why he's on this team this year, or else. Daniel, SF49ers fan 5249. He said, I'm going to be rocking my Niners gear here. I was just Renton, Washington, home of the Sea Chickens training facility. Are you on there now? I'm sure I'm going to get some looks, but bring it. He said, Daniel's out there running around with 49er gear on in front of the Sea Chickens facility. I love it. He'll blow kisses out of Russell. Hey, Russie, you're dead meat. You're going down many times. Hey, you have a good time. Work hard. Jordan, I used to be the guy who always said trade Armstead for a bag of chips. It's more like trade Armstrong for a 5th rounder now. Well, at least Jordan, you picked up the whatever you wanted back. That's kind of a bag of chips. Is that's kind of cold, man. Diggs 1028. What's up? SN Kim 99. Love your show, Ronbo. Please keep doing a wonderful job. I'm very glad to have you repping the Empire. God bless you, the show, and amazing Empire family. SN Kim, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Certainly my pleasure. And Room. I can't, beautiful. Beachy Niners, which is I used to say on the jacket something similar to that. RM. Hey, Niners knock 'em goal. Listening from work, putting in those graveyard shift hours. Much love, Empire, and God bless. And Niner, I saw your note. I'm going to get back to you too. I'll respond to you on email. I saw that. Hank Moody, Ronbo. When do we have to officially declare who's on the 53-man roster? It's not going to be until near end of August after the preseason games. Because, they used to have like 2 cuts, and they've just limited it down to 1 cut now. So just got to wait on that. Lavelle Forrest says, this is big. 49ers not stop. I believe this year we're going to the Super Bowl and winning the whole thing. Shocking everybody. This is Lavelle. Go 49ers, go! I love it. And Chad Garrison says, it felt like yesterday, Ronbo, was just 2 weeks till training camp. Now only 4 weeks till the season. It's gonna be here quick. But I'm ready for week 3 in Levi's. Beer on me in the lot. Hey, Chad Garrison. Chad, you got to put a sign up. It's me, Chad Garrison, hanging up above your truck or whatever vehicle you're on. Isaac Page says, for the first time in 7 years, I can finally expect a win out of the for the first time in 7 years. we were winning games in 2014. We disgustingly stumbled to an 8-8. We should have been, we should have won 11 games that year. That a fumble on the 1-yard line against the Rams, a couple other stupid games. The Chargers coming back on us. Some of these things made no sense. Oh, God. Anyway, for the first time in 7 years, I could finally expect a win out of the Niners while watching a game. And that feeling alone is great. And Jeff Tan says Joe Woods will get Marcel Harris playing right. And Corey McGlinty, aloha from Carson, California. Hey, Corey! And San Francisco, a.k.a. San Francisco. This is PF ranked our pass rush at 8th. Whoa. I just realized something. Season has started. They've already put us in the top 10. Yeah. They listed as D Ford, and Nick Bosa, along with Arik Armstead and Solly T. All in first-round picks. It's like the Dallas Cowboys assembling that offensive line of all first-round picks. This is what happens. It takes a little while to assemble all those first-round picks, of course. But look at that. Adrian Gutierrez. Hey, Bosa and D Ford are going to sign. Don't worry, we're happy. Bosa and D Ford? You mean Debo? Yeah. No, I know. What I just wish is we wouldn't have to wait until, all right, guys. All right, well, season officially started. Let's get everybody out of the training field, please. Debo and Nick are still in the office. What? Killer Cam. The San Francisco 49ers announced on Tuesday they have signed defensive line DeMontre Moore to a one-year deal, 6'4", 260, was originally drafted by the New York Giants in the 3rd round. Killer Cav, I know. I want to say why they did that. It kind of reminds me of the Dante Johnson type of thing. We're just filling up spots. But maybe they give these guys an opportunity. It's fair. Give them a chance to come in. All right. Now, you obviously know that you're up against some serious competition. So if you bring it and can take somebody else's job, we're not going to ignore that fact. You will win the job. Let's see what you can do. Here's your shot. Van Life 123s. This is what's up, Ronbo fam. Hot one today. Good to be chilling. Everyone know, I know, it's summer, man. This is a serious summer, ain't it? It's like Steve, hotter than July. Matt S says, what up? 49er for life? Yes! And with that said, all right. And fam, I'll tell you what we're going to do tomorrow. Be on hand. It seems there's a cry going around the facility in Santa Clara. Super Bowl or bust? This is a steep departure from last year's playoff aspirations. Fred Warner isn't the only person in the locker room relaying this sentiment either. Several players, Richard Sherman, Juice, Jimmy G. Fam, what's going on in Santa Clara? Are you on board? Is it for you, Super Bowl or bust? Richard Sherman saying, why the hell are we playing this game if we ain't thinking about the Super Bowl? Tomorrow, we're going to see exactly what they said and get all up into it. Super Bowl or bust? We didn't get out here to risk all this pain just to get to no playoffs or be 8-8. I like that attitude. Please hit that like, fam. You know I love me some likes. And I'll see you tomorrow. Super Bowl or bust, baby. Niners! Yeah. Night, Lisa.